Now some bounced over here.
Hey, yeah.
There we go.
We live.
We live?
Gone.
Somebody check the sound. Make sure
No, I got you.
We good? All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to prophesy the downfall of the wicked kingdom called America, also known as Babylon in the scriptures. You know, and also to prophesy the day of our Lord Yahawah and the redemption and salvation of the hopeful elect, or the elect of the children of Israel. All right, but before we do so, we will give praises to the Most High and His Son in the ancient Hebrew. All right, we'll say Kal, Halayim, La, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. All right, double honor to the elder apostles, the GMS and their elders, and shalom to you, Akim, and Nagwatim, the children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Let's start off with Ezekiel, 2nd Ezra 15.
Verse 1.
Kind of building the spirit, yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1.
Right.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Right, so who are the Lord's people? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and also the rest of the Israelites that are scattered amongst these other nations, looking like these other nations, keeping these other nations' customs, all right, known as the speckled bird. All right, go ahead. So we're supposed to speak in their ears the words of prophecy. Why? So they can be blessed. All right, but they have to be chosen to be able to receive this truth. Well, we might get into Ephesians as well. Go ahead, brother.
It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawah.
Right, and that's part of destiny for the Lord to put His words into your mouth and have you be His spokesman. All right. What's that? Let me get Ephesians real quick, chapter 2. We get Ephesians chapter 2. I don't know where it's at. Let me see real quick too. What it's saying. Let me get there too with y'all.
The book of Ephesians, verse 1.
No, chapter 3. Verse well, I think it's chapter 1. Wait, my bad. Yeah, there you go. Chapter 1, verse 9.
And it's the book of Ephesians, chapter 1 and verse 9. Having made known unto us the mystery of His will.
There you go. That's the prophecy, right? The mystery of the Lord's will. Keep going, brother.
According to His good pleasure, which He made, which He had purpose in Himself, that in the dispensation of the fullness of times, He might gather together in one all things in the Mashiach, Yahawah, both which are in heaven and which are on earth, even in Him.
Right, so this is the Most High's doing. All right, created Yahawah all the way from the beginning and revealed Him unto us so that we can be delivered in these last days. All right, that's called what? Predestination. All right, so you got to be predestined to be able to speak this truth and to hear this truth, all right, to receive it. Go ahead, brother.
This is back at
no, keep going.
Verse 11.
Yeah, keep going, brother.
It's Ephesians 1 and 11. In whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated according to the purpose of Him who worketh all things after the counsel of His own will.
There you go. See that? So we got to be predestined. All right. So the Lord sealed His word in us 2,000 years ago. So we'll be back here to receive it today. All right. If you believed in the Lord back then, you're going to believe in Him today. You see that? So that's called predestination. So we're only out here to search for and fish for the hopeful elect that's predestined, man, to receive this truth. Interjection? Okay, interjection real quick. There's a little bit more on that.
All right, this is John chapter 15, verse 15. It says, henceforth I call you not servants, for servants knoweth not, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, For all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, may I give it you.
Right. So the Lord predestinated this, man. All right. To mark and choose those, meaning what? The why? To be exempt from his judgment. All right. He already predestined who's going to be in that number. All right. Let's get back to Ephesians real quick. And then Ephesians chapter 3.
It is back in Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 12 that we should be to the praise of his glory, who first trusted in Yahawah Mashiach.
Right, so we the ones that first trusted in the Lord. So he predestined that in the future you will be back on this earth because of that trusting in Yahawah from the beginning. All right, go ahead.
In whom ye also trusted after that ye heard the word of truth.
There you go.
The gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that ye believed, ye were sealed with that Holy Spirit of promise.
There you go. See that? So once we believed 2,000 years ago, the Lord sealed us and made us set us up to believe in these times. All right. So can you jump over to verse 4 all the way to 5 real quick?
And this verse 4, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
There you go, man. All right. That was
that's verse 4.
Go to 5.
Verse 5, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahawah Mashiach to himself according to the good pleasure of his will.
See that? So the Most High set it up for us to be adopted back to him according to his will, man. Why? Because he loves the children of Israel. All right. Like the apostles keep saying, over and over again, we were married to the Most High first. All right. And now to make it back to the Most High, we're married to Yahawah. All right. That's the agreement. So now you have to be predestined to get this truth and be able to receive it and understand it. But it comes from the men of the Lord speaking his word. Let's get an example of that. Get Ephesians chapter 3, verse 1. Because we're standing in this stead now in the same footsteps of people like Paul, and Peter, preaching his word. Go right out. And this is our way out. This is the token of our salvation.
All right. It's the book of Ephesians. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 3 and verse 1. For this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Hamashiach, Yahawah, for you Gentiles, if ye have heard of the dispensation of the grace of Yahweh, which is given me to youward, how that my revelation he made known unto me.
By what?
How that by revelation he made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote afore in few words.
There you go. So he by revelation, right?
Gone.
By the Lord revealing all these mysteries to people like Paul back then, he was able to teach to us, and we were able to be sealed and set up for these times to receive those same mysteries. What's that? Spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. All right. Go ahead up.
Verse 4.
Yeah, come on. Oh, I got an injection real quick.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 15. For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be but life from the dead? For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy, and if the root be holy, so are the branches.
There you go, man. You want to speak on that point real quick?
So ultimately, as the spirit subject to the prophets, man. We're just going into the topic of that lesson, we stuck in that lot of if you believed on Yahawah when he came on the scene in the past, you will believe on him in these times. All right, it's the first fruit is holy, so is the branches, man. Ultimately, that root of Jesse, man, stemming from Yahawah all the way to his friends, the prophets to the elect.
That's right, brother. All right. Come, brother.
This is 1 Corinthians,
you got it.
chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. All right, so basically that's going back and forth like the elders just said. If you believe back in those times, you believe in these times, you're going to have that same belief to get your reward in these times today. Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel. The Most High Yahweh's chosen people.
That's right. Go ahead, bro.
I got Ephesians.
You got a precept?
Oh,
Are you still holding that one, right?
in Ephesians.
Yep. Where you at? Ephesians what?
3 and verse 4.
All right, can somebody grab Ephesians 2 and 19?
This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 19. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners.
Right. We're no more strangers and foreigners, not because we were brought back to the laws, but through Yahawah, all right? Through Yahawah, and then we learn about being the Israelite, the customs and the laws, all right? And that's what brings us back to Yahawah. Go ahead.
Can I jump up to verse 11?
Yeah. I want to really do the whole chapter, but we ain't gonna do it. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is Ephesians 2 and 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in past times.
Oh, go to 8. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man.
Yeah. 1?
22 verses.
No, 4.
4. All right.
This is what I was looking for. Go ahead, brother.
It's Ephesians 2 and 4. But Yahweh, who is rich in mercy.
Rich in mercy, man. This is what it's all about. The fact that we in this truth and able to stand here today because of the Most High's mercy. Go ahead.
For Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us.
Yep.
Even when we were dead in sins and hath even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Yahawah. By grace ye are saved.
See that? So he made us lively, brought us to life with Yahawah, and by that grace, by that understanding, we are saved. You see that? All right. Not by saying boasting in the law, you know, or like what's his name, Charleston White, like to say, I don't want to read the Bible. I just believe. But Scripture say, "Blessed is he that readeth." You know. Go ahead.
All right. It says, verse 6. It says, "And hath raised us up together." And made us sit together in heavenly places in Yahweh Hamashiach.
See that? So that's called a what? A reserved seat. 2,000 years ago, those same prophets that believed and the followers that believed them, they had reserved seats in the heavens all the way until now. All right? Go ahead. So that so they got a spot written in the heavens. That stash of riches in heaven where moth nor rust can corrupt.
You want somebody to get that?
Yeah, let's get that real quick, yeah. See, Esau can't break through and steal this from you. You know, if you predestined to be one of the elect, you're going to be that in these times, man. Yep, go ahead, bro.
This is First Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which Yahweh have prepared for them that love him.
Right. You want to speak on it?
Yeah, so basically, he said Yahweh is rich in mercy. And those are the things that he's prepared. He set Yahweh up to bring us back to him. All right, this is all part of his mercy. He said, I have not seen nor ear heard the things that he had prepared for them that love him, man. And you were chosen to be one of those people, man. Lord willing, we're part of that number.
All right, man. We're the woman.
Go ahead.
All right, the servant. Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Romans chapter 10 and verse 9. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Yahweh and shalt believe in thine heart that Yahweh have raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. God.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a clear-cut scripture, man.
Yeah.
You know, if you believe not only on believe on Yahweh the Son of Man, all right, also on his name, all right, you'll be saved.
Yep, and you gotta believe in the power of the Most High. All right, the power of Yahweh. That he sent Yahweh and that he raised Yahweh up. All right.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt.
Right, so by us doing this work, we're laying up our treasures in heaven. We're laying up our prayers in the heavens. All right. Come on, brother.
All right. It says, Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt.
Right, he said the works follow you.
Go ahead.
Somebody know what that's that? The works shall follow them.
And where thieves break through and steal.
Right, go ahead. So that's right, man, because when we do this work, even 2,000 years ago, your works followed you, man. You know, your belief, your faith, it followed you until now. Just like the woman that got killed by what's his name? Antiochus Epiphanes. Yeah, the woman with the 7 children.
Son.
And she said, yo, I know that my Lord is going to raise us up in these last days, just like Job said it.
Son.
You know? All right, go ahead. You got an interjection?
That works. I'll follow you in a second.
Yeah, come on, brother. Bring that fire.
All right, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 35.
Yep.
And the works shall follow, and the reward shall be shewed.
Oh, no. It said the works do follow them.
I got it.
You got it? Go ahead.
Revelations chapter 14 and verse 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto them, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth, saying, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them.
Come on with it, man. That's it right there. All right. So blessed are those that die in the Lord from henceforth. And that was John the Revelator talking, right? And he was talking about all the prophets that died, man. You know, they got killed at that time. And all the believers that died. He said what? Their works do follow them. So their works follow them until these times in predestination to receive this truth again and be delivered. All right. We're going to get back to this. Yeah.
All right. It's Matthew chapter 6, verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
That's right. So Esau can't steal this from you. They can't steal your inheritance. That's what Esau trying to do, is what? Steal the blessing back. And they can't do it. You know? Go ahead.
All right. It says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Is that right? So that's what Paul and them meant by saying what? Go back to that. We said heaven. We was in heaven. I think it's in Ephesians.
Ephesians.
Yeah, whoever's reading Ephesians.
I was reading Ephesians 2. I think what you're talking about is in Ephesians 3.
Ephesians.
Yeah, we said the heavens. No, I think it's in this. Yeah. Ephesians 2.
2.
Yeah, 2 and 5.
All right. All right, this is our Ephesians chapter 2, verse 5. It says, even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together with Yahweh Hamashiach, and have raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Yahweh Hamashiach.
See that? We sit together in heavenly places, meaning what? Our minds, he said, where your heart is, there should, he said, what? Where your riches is, there should your heart be also. All right, and our conversations are in heavenly places. All right? So we're resting with Yahweh in the heavens, and we're alive with Yahweh through the spirit of truth. All right, go ahead, brother.
I have a quick interjection.
Yep, go ahead.
This is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Right, so that's not for the hopeful elect. Because he said what? The hopeful elect, he said their conversations are in heaven. But he said the one, woe unto you that dwell on the earth. What's that? He said, we shall laugh at destruction. The seventh trump, we shall deliverance in the seventh trump. At destruction's family, we shall laugh. Right, man? Because 2/3 in these heathens, they're the ones that got to worry about that. He said the devil has come down unto you having great wrath. See, unto you, meaning who? 2/3 in these heathens. But he said, yo, the ones that have their conversation in heaven, they should rejoice. That's a difference. All right? Because the Lord is about to show his power. That's right.
You got it.
Go ahead, brother. I was about to say we're going to get all the women too, but man, we know something else right now.
All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles.
There you go. Right, 6 troubles. What's that? That's around the time when Esau is going to pull Revelation 6, chapter 6. All right. Somebody get that real quick. Revelation 6. My bad. We're going to build it real quick.
6 and 1.
No, I don't know where it's at. It's sort of towards the end. Where it say the death in him.
6 and 4. 6 and.
I'm sure there's some.
Yeah, 1 second.
6 and 8.
Revelation chapter 6, verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him.
Right, so Esau bringing nothing but death and hell. That's what they do. All right, and that pale horse represents what? Plagues and destruction and death. All right. So this is their last hurrah, and wherever they enlarge their desires as hell, and is as death. Why? Because death is never full. The grave is never full. You know, it's always looking for more people to go into the grave. That's how Esau is. They're never full. They're always looking to devour somebody. Go ahead, brother.
And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword.
Right, the fourth part meaning north, east, west, and south, all four corners of the earth. All right, so they've been given power over the four corners of the earth to kill with the sword. Why? Because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Who are the wicked? These damn Edomites. All right, the Caucasian race. That's who you call Edomites. They're the biblical Edomites that the scriptures speak of. All right, so everybody has a biblical name. Not white, black, none of these names that the slave demons gave us. Go ahead, slave master.
And with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth.
So they're smiting people with what? With hunger, with death, with the beast of the earth. So now they're talking about famine, right? With the beast of the earth, you got the John.
I'm like, what are you doing?
You can't say nothing nowadays, man. You can't say
I
nothing.
call it the oath.
Yeah, the man.
You might be slipping with that.
I know, yeah. So they, and with what? You said with the beast of the earth? With pestilence? And famine. All right. And now they cutting off choke points, setting up choke points on all the docks of America. Slowing up the imports. What's that? Economy collapse. And then you have something called hyperinflation creeping up. And now you got this war that the Biden administration is pushing so they can push in their new world order quicker. All right, and bring about food shortages over here. And
trying to use Russia as a scapegoat.
Yeah, use Russia as a scapegoat so they have nobody to point the finger at except for Russia. All right. So go ahead. Who's reading?
I'm done.
Get back in Job.
You was done with that?
No, we keep going to Job and going back to.
Somebody jumped in real quick. I was like, hold up, real quick. Yeah, you were reading it. Like, jump in real quick. Somebody get something.
He had got it. The Revelation.
That was it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm in Ephesians though. I go back to Ephesians.
No, go ahead real quick.
All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Right, that was at Revelation 6.
God.
Right, because that's the type of stuff Esau is bringing, man. Plagues, death, destruction, martial law. We're going to get that too in 2nd Ezra in a minute, But the Lord said he's going to deliver the hopeful elect from that. Right? Psalms 91, he's going to cover them with his feathers, with his angels. He's going to give them charge over you, man. That's why we're going to have faith in that day. Go ahead, brother.
In famine, he shall redeem thee from death.
See that? That's everything against the power of the enemy. Right? They got the brother just read it. They got the power to bring death, famine, and all of that. But the Lord said he's going to redeem you from all of that and keep you from it. Go ahead.
And in war from the power of the sword.
Right. What's happening over there in Ukraine right now? Nothing but war. That's straight out war. And it's scaring the hell out of these people. Especially a lot of jakes that would sleep. That's why the scripture say, who shall rouse them, man? Well, this war is rousing them up.
They said in Ukraine, if you're between the ages of 18 and 60, you can't leave the country. You got to fight.
Yeah, I seen videos of that.
18 and 60.
Yeah, 18 and 60, man.
That's everybody.
Yeah, they got families. That's right, because the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we the real Israelites and real Jews of the Bible. That's right. All right, now.
Thank you, sirs.
All right, now. Yep. So, yeah, man.
I'm an actual Jew of the Bible.
Oh, we the real Jews, though. Yeah. Get Revelation 2 and 9.
Gotcha.
Okay, but I am like that.
I got you. Y'all look we call Khazars. They believe fake Jews.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and
Right.
poverty,
So the Lord knows our works and our tribulation and our poverty. Go ahead.
but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Hey man, don't kill the messenger, man. You know? She ain't like that.
But as soon as you said Revelation 2 and 9, she said, okay, I'll go.
That's like raid for a fake Jew. What was that? We building, so we kind of bouncing around.
All right, so we'll go back to Ephesians.
I think that was it on that. Yeah, because the Lord gonna deliver us, man, from everything that Esau bringing. No weapon formed against thee shall prosper. Yeah, everything that Esau bringing, man. You know, the Lord formed it. The Lord gave him that sword. The Lord gave him their power and the thoughts in their heart. So the Lord can damn sure create a way to defend us from it. All right. So he said, with the temptation, he'll create a way for escape. Let me know you get it.
This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17.
Yeah.
No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage.
Right, because they rise against us in judgment, they're against the Spirit of the Lord. And that's a token to let us know that they were always against the Lord, even 2,000 years ago. See that? And the ones that hear this truth and agree with it, that lets us know that they agreed with Yahawah when he was on the scene and the apostles back then. People like Peter and Paul. Come on, brother.
This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Right, so our righteousness is of Yahawah. It's not of ourselves, and it's not of this world. So our righteousness is what? Doing this work and believing in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So our righteousness is of him. So we can't speak on our own righteousness. You know, saying our own works, right?
Our righteousness is as filthy rags.
Our righteousness is as filthy rags.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, go ahead. And you got a precept too?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, go ahead, bro.
This is backing up the statement that the elder made about giving Esau that great sword. And this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 15. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith, or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it?
Right, people like Esau. All right, that's what Esau tried to do, is magnify themselves against the Lord. But the Lord created Esau to be the sword.
As if the rod should shake itself against them that lifteth it up, or as the staff should lift up itself as if it were no wood.
There you go. All right, the Lord created Esau and gave him this power to rule the world. And what have they done? They exalt themselves as the Most High. They exalt themselves against the spirit of truth. All right. So yeah, man, they can't exalt themselves against the Lord. It's impossible, man. The Lord created them and gave them the power that they have. So they think they're really gonna fight against the Lord when he shows up. You know? So they're gonna lose horribly. Let's get this real quick. I'm gonna get back to the point I was making. In Ephesians 2 and 8. Somebody get that real quick.
Ephesians chapter 2,
Yeah.
verse 8, 7. That in the age to come,
Ages, yeah.
Shlakia, that in the ages to come,
See, this is talking about the future, right? From back then all the way up until now, ages later.
he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness towards us through Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
See that? So now the Lord has called us back into this truth through Yahweh Shai. The Father Yahawah has called us back to Yahweh, to himself, through Yahweh Shai in these last days. You see that? And it's going to be a manifest token within yourself because you believe. All right, keep going. I just need the next verse real quick. This is the point.
All right. Verse 8, for by grace ye are saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, It is the gift of Yahweh.
Yeah, one more.
Not of works, lest any man should boast.
There you go. So ain't nothing it's nothing that we did. Even us doing this work, he said he chose through the foolishness of preaching for us to be saved. So it's nothing that we did. It's just it was already predestined. All right. Go ahead. No, you got a point you want to make?
This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 16. Nevertheless, whereto we have already attained, let us walk by the same rule. Let us mind the same thing. Brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk as ye have us for an example. Okay. For many of whom I have told you often, and now tell you, even weeping, that they are enemies of Yahweh Hamashiach, whose end is destruction, whose Yahweh is their belly, and whose glory is their shame, whose mind is of earthly things.
Right, that's talking about these jakes that love money like IUIC, ISGPK, and Sakari and them. They made filthy lucre off of this work, this gospel. All right, and they have become enemies. The Lord said it, and through his disciples, he said, "Yo, mark them that walk contrary to the examples that have been set before us." And they're walking contrary to people like Paul and Peter, man. The foundations. Go ahead, brother.
It says, whose end is destruction, whose Yahweh is their belly.
Whose God is their belly?
It's like whose God is their belly, Slakim.
Yeah.
Whose glory is in their shame, whose mind is earthly things.
So their glory is in their shame. They glory in what? People like IUIC, let's start with them. They talk about keeping the laws, but they break the laws themselves. They have edge ups, keeping the Sabbath on Friday and Saturday, teaching false doctrine, teaching the Lord's name wrongly. So they glory in their own shame.
Hey, I add on, the scriptures say a carnal mind is entity to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, enmity, that's right, brother.
So that entity is hate. So they show hatred towards the Lord, man. They hate Yahweh Shai.
Yep, and it showed that they're being carnal minded instead of being spiritual. Like Sakari saying that we're gonna make it according to the law, when we really only gonna make it according to Yahweh Shai. All right, but yeah, you're supposed to live in the law, but you ain't supposed to boast about it. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 19. For the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. Now, if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is presented with me. Present with me.
That's right. Yep,
For I delight in the law of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, after the inward man, but I see another law in my members warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
There you go, man.
So as long as we in this flesh, we're bound to the law of sin.
That's right.
That's why we need Yahweh Shai, all right, to bring back that captivity, to show his deliverance, his mercy, all right, so we can get those new bodies like him, man. Right. So we can be as he is, and we can be perfect.
And we can freely serve the Lord, freely, and having the spirit conquer the flesh, and admitting that Yahweh Shai is gonna make us perfect, that the Most High is gonna make us perfect, man. All right, where was that?
Ephesians.
All right, let's get some of these real quick. Yeah.
All right, this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 9.
Right.
Not of works, lest any man should boast. For we are his workmanship, created in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach unto good works.
Right, so he already predestined it and already created us and created you to be who you are today, doing this work. That's why he say, one man watereth, another man planteth, and another man watereth, and the Most High that gives the increase. So he already got everything predestined.
Quick interjection.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is on Luke chapter 17, verse 7. It says, but which of you having a servant plowing or feeding cattle will say unto him by and by, when he is come from the field, go and sit down to meat? Or will not rather say unto him, make ready wherewith I may sup, and gird thyself, and serve me till I have eaten and drunken, and afterwards thou shalt eat and drink? doeth he think that a servant, because he did these things that we are commanded him, throw not. It says, so likewise ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded, you say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done which that was our duty to do.
And that's the truth. This is our duty. That's what Paul said. Paul said, woe be unto me if I preach not the gospel. All right, so this is our duty. That's like sending a messenger, a king sending a messenger out to the community to get them a message about his arrival, and then everybody start praising that messenger. And then the messenger start getting the praise like a king. What happened when the king show up? He gonna be like, yo, what the hell wrong with you, man? Get out my seat. That's right. So yeah, man, we just tell people, hey, we just a messenger. You know, and the Lord gave us this message. He the one that built this foundation. This was already built upon. It was already predestined and set up. You know? Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
There you go. So that's called predestination. The Lord knew who you were back then. He said, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. He knew who your spirit was. And that's called what? Regeneration or reincarnation. To where the spirit goes back to the Father, and he replenishes the face of the earth. And he sends that prophet or that person back to this body, back to this earth in a new body, and they become prophets again. All right? It's just that simple, man. And if you was a believer, then you were set up to believe in these times as well from back then. So we can't force you to get this. You can't force this on your family members and your friends, people that you like or who you choose. You know, this is about the Lord's judgment, who he chose. All right? Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 8, and I'm going to start at verse 29. From whom he did foreknew, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son.
There you go. So he had a foreknew you, man. He chose you from the beginning, before the foundation of the world, to be conformed to the image of his son. What's that? The image of wisdom, the image of righteousness, the image of truth in these dark and perverted and perilous times, man, and sinful times. To be the reflection of the Lord right here upon this earth, so that the Lord can be revealed to the people through you. Just like the Lord was revealed to the people through Paul. Go ahead.
That he might be the firstborn amongst many brethren.
That's right, because Yahawah was the firstborn, meaning what? Resurrected, all right, on the right hand of the Father and glorified, and he's the first of us, the first fruit. All right, that's right, man. And he said in the kingdom, the elect are going to receive the same thing that Yahawah received. Okay, so the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans got to wake the hell up. Go ahead out.
Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called.
Oh, so the ones he also predestinated, he had chosen from the beginning, and then he predestinated them, and then in the time when the voice is going out, he called those same ones and gathered them through his spirit. His spirit have gathered them. Go ahead.
Them he also justified.
And then they the same ones that he justified. And that goes with Yahawah. All right, we're justified by believing in Yahawah. All right, by being in his reflection. Go ahead. And then what else?
In whom he justified, them he also glorified.
There you go. So now we're here to receive that glory. The justification came 2,000 years ago. All right, when people like Paul and Peter and all the believers, they got justified by believing in Yahawah. So now we're set up to what? Get the glory. All right, so that's the steps right there. The ones he foreknew, he predestined, and the ones he predestined, he called, and the ones he called, he justified. The ones he justified, he glorified. All right, and the glory deals with the kingdom. All right, so yeah, man. Go ahead, out.
Ephesians 2:10. For we are his workmanship created in Yahawah Mashiach unto good works, which Yahweh hath before ordained that we should walk in them.
There you go. So he before ordained this. All right. Set it in order, just like he set the sun and the moon and the stars in order. Okay? Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 11.
What was the point? What was we trying to get to?
The point was like, right, 18. You want to jump to it?
We can get some of this.
Okay. Yep. All right. Verse 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in past times Gentiles in the flesh, whom are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Right, so that's talking about keeping the law, being circumcised, you know. All right, because back then the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they were teaching for you to be delivered, you had to be circumcised. All right, and that's when they had that council. They call it the first ecumenical council, or the first world council that happened in 55 AD. And they had a council about it. Should you be circumcised or not to be delivered? All right.
Verse 12. That at that time you were without Yahawah, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers to the covenant of promise, having no hope without Yahawah in the world.
Right. So people like Charleston White, I got to do a lesson on him later. You know, people that don't believe and they be disrespecting the Israelites. And then you find out that they don't even read the Bible, but they believe in the Jesus, the Christianity version. You know, they believe in the white supremacy version of the Bible. So he said, we were without Yahawah in the world. Think about it. We were born in these times not knowing who the Lord was. And the Lord said, yo, he predestinated that. He said, what? The ones he justified, he also called. Called, and when he called, he also justified. And the ones he justified, he glorified. So he set them up to receive that belief in Yahawah again. All right. So we were born in an environment to where we didn't know anything. We were born dead again after the great falling away in 70 AD. And now the Lord has kept his promise. And what? He said, I'm gonna bring you out the graves. That's Ezekiel 37. Yeah, he's gonna call us from out of the graves. That's right. Yeah, somebody have a precept back here? Right, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Right. Yeah, he already read that too. But but before that's the spirit though, we can go over again. Before you were ordained or born in the belly, before you were formed in the belly, before your parents came together and had sex, the Lord knew your spirit, man. You were with the Lord. All right. And then he sent you and ordained you in that body to be a vessel for the Lord, a temple for him, man.
That's a very powerful thing.
That's a powerful thing. That's why he said we are the temple of the Lord in this earth. And he reveals himself through us. All right. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. All right.
That's why the statement was made, I think, by Paul that said, mortify your mortal bodies for instruments of righteousness, not instruments of unrighteousness, because we are ordained, predestined to be instruments of righteousness.
Right.
This is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 12. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh, behold, my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel.
There you go. So the Lord promises that he's going to cause us to come out of our graves. What's that? Being spiritually dead. All right.
13.
He's going to cause us to be able to worship him again. All right. Being what? Coming back to life. Oh, resurrected. That's being stand up again.
Verse 13. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh by Shem Yahweh when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you out of your graves. And I shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I am Yahweh by Shem Yahweh and have spoken it, performed it, thus saith the Lord.
Right, man, because if you think back in the ancient times, during the times of Adam, we didn't have this much love and this much compassion towards the Lord. Now look at us today, man. We got a fervent love for the Most High now. Calling on him, praying to him as the hopeful elect. Asking for his help, asking for him to deliver us. Look how much compassion the Lord has put in our heart towards him, calling out Abba Father. Look how much we've grown as a nation, being the hopeful elect. All right. Where was that? You still reading on it?
Oh, no, I was there. Ezekiel, you want to go back to Ephesians?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Ephesians chapter 2, verse 13, it says, but now in Yahawah Messiah, ye who were sometimes were far off are made nigh by the blood of Yahawah. For he is our peace, who hath made both one and have broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Right, so now we got a chance to make it back to the Father, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, the Father's name is Yahawah, his son named Yahawah. All right, now we have a chance back to the Father through Yahawah. Go ahead.
Verse 15, having having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments, what is that, contained?
Contained, yeah.
Yeah, contained in ordinances.
Right, the laws and commandments that were written in writing, right, which deals with carnal. Go ahead.
For to make in himself of twain one new man, so making peace.
That's right, so yep.
And that he might reconcile both unto Yahawah in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby.
Right, so now through Yahawah Shai, we have a way back to the Father, being Jews of the circumcision or being Gentiles, meaning basically being a stranger to the truth.
All right.
All right. So now, without the teachings of Paul, we wouldn't be able to be called back into this truth today, because we became Gentiles. We were spiritually dead in America, calling ourselves Americans, Black, African, everything. But thankfully to Yahawah, he predestined us. He already had everything set from the foundation of Yahawah and Peter. Go ahead up.
It's the book of St. John, chapter 10 and verse 14. I am the good shepherd and know my sheep, and I am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
There you go. And that also goes with Isaiah chapter 11, where it talks about bringing the nations back together. All right, the northern tribe and the southern tribe. All right, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. The two sticks, man. All right, those the sheep. Because you had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi over there. But then you still had other tribes, and then you had the prophecies about us being scattered over here in slavery. All right? So the Lord had his spirit sent out upon the earth to bring us back together, the spirit of truth. Let's get it.
Ephesians 2 and 17.
Yep.
And came and preached peace to you which were afar off, and to them which were nigh.
See that? Yep. He preached peace meaning his truth. He preaches to them that were nigh, meaning the circumcision, and to them that were far off. All right, meaning the Gentiles. And the Gentiles are not all nations. The Gentiles are the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and some of the speckled bird Israelites that look like these other nations, that are scattered amongst the nations and speaking these languages and keeping their customs. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 18.
That's right, man. We about to rule this world. Get ready.
For through him we both have an access by one spirit unto the Father.
There you go, man. So now through Yahawah, we all have access through one spirit to the Father, not through the laws. You can't get to the Father through the laws anymore. You can only get to the Father through Yahawah. All right, but is Yahawah a minister of sin? No. A man that loves the Most High, the laws are going to be your lifestyle. All right, it's just what it is. But our salvation is through Yahawah. That's the Lord's name, the real Skywalker. That's my necklace.
To think that you can get to Yahawah and get to the kingdom of heaven by making the laws is thinking carnally, man. That's like thinking as they did in the past of building the ladder to get to heaven. Jacob's ladder, man. You're not gonna do it in that fashion.
Tower of Babel.
Not carnally, man. It's all spiritual.
That's right, man. It's all spiritual. He set it up that way. That's right, man. He got a spiritual family on this earth. He got a spiritual kingdom that's set in place. That's right, all right? Where we at?
Ephesians 2 and 18.
Yeah, man. That's right. It's beautiful.
Ephesians 2 and 18. All right. For through him we both have an access by one Spirit unto the Father. Well, I gotta get up interjection real quick.
Yeah, come.
All right. This Isaiah chapter 34 and 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it had commanded, and his spirit it had gathered them.
That's right. That's right. There you go with the prophecies again. So not one of these shall fail, meaning not one of these prophecies shall fail. But his spirit have gathered the prophecies and the men of the Lord. All right. So it's the Lord's spirit that's making everything happen.
All right.
And has gathered these nations for war. The scriptures say that it's the Lord of hosts that musters the host of the battle. You know? Well, that's right, because World War III breaking out right now. That's right, can't run from that one. Go ahead.
Ephesians 2 and 18.
Yep.
For through him we both have an access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of Yahawah.
That's right, man. And he's saying not through the law, but through Yahweh. That's right, man. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we about to rule this world. Get ready. Yeah, Mr. Chuckles.
Verse 20. And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahweh Hamashiach himself being the chief cornerstone.
Yep.
In whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto an holy temple in the Lord.
That's right. So now we're being built up from the foundation that started. All right, from the foundation, all the way from Yahawah to Peter, and that has been being built all the way until now. All right, that was the foundation stones. So now the Lord is building upon that same foundation the house of the Lord. All right, and the Lord is a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. You gotta know this. That's right, man. All right, so, see, they've been lying to us for all these years, man. They've been trying to teach our people a culture given to us by the Edomites, and that's why our women hate our nation. You know, that's why our people hate themselves because of the lies that've been told to our people. You know,
Stockholm syndrome, man.
The Stockholm syndrome.
The people relishing in those lies and accepting it.
That's right, man.
We were in slavery when America won its independence against Britain. And on the movie Roots, what's his name, Fiddler, he was kind of mocking Esau. He was like, "Oh, I sure am glad that Master is free now. You know, now I can go to rest peacefully, knowing that they got their freedom now."
And really, they didn't break off the independence from Britain because, I mean, the European Union is the one that's running America, man. America is just a business, man.
Yeah. They just got Florida from Britain.
That
was it. They got Florida from Britain, and they got more freedom to take us into slavery. Shit.
Pretty much.
And they got freedom to bring the whole continent together called America, from the 13 colonies to the west now. That was the freedom to bring them all together and create what you call the United States of America, and to create a world bank and a certain level of sovereignty. You know what I mean? But this place is not sovereign at all. It's a whore.
Yeah.
And every whore has a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, and I'm going to start at verse 9.
Right. Go ahead, brother.
If we receive the witness of man, the witness of the Most High is greater.
That's right, man. So, that's right. Go ahead.
For this is the witness of the Most High, which he have testified of his Son. He that believeth on the Son of Yahawah have the witness in himself.
All right, so you don't need nobody else to believe you. You don't need nobody else to point it out to you and say you're a man of the Lord. You just be. You just be who you are. Be the light. All right, and you'll see in the end. That's the point. All right, you have that satisfaction within yourself that you've served the Lord. Go ahead, Doc.
He that believeth not the Most High have made him a liar, because he believeth not the record that the Most High gave of his Son.
Right, and what did the Lord say? All liars shall have their part in the lake that burneth with fire. So that's 2/3 of our people and these heathens, man. All right, so if you don't believe the Most High is a so-called black man, if you don't believe the truth about his Son that's written about him in the scriptures, then you got your part coming in the lake of fire. That's called America. This place is about to be burned up from the rooter to the tutor.
And this is the record that the Most High have given to us, eternal life, and this life is in his Son.
There you go. So the Lord gave us the record of Yahawah. We the record keepers. You know, we hold the record books. We hold the chronicles, the stories and the recordings of our King Yahawah. They got to come to us to get it. You know, go ahead.
He that hath the Son have life, and he that have not the Son have not life. These things have I written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of Yahweh.
Right, man. Yep. So if you believe in Yahawah, then you have life, man. All right. And the ones that don't believe, like these churches, you judge a tree by its fruits. You're literally looking at a dead spirit. All right, go ahead.
That ye may know that ye have eternal life, and that ye may believe on the name of the Son of Yahweh.
Right, man. So that's the focus, man, that we may have eternal life. All right. So we got access to the tree of life, access to the eternal life, and it got to be predestined for you to hear the words of this prophecy. All right. For the spirit of prophecy to deal with you and for you to understand. All right. Ultimately to your own salvation. Because that's what we need in these times, man. You see what they're doing over there in Ukraine? You got Russia over there bombing that shit, dropping missiles on houses, and you got the little children in there screaming, heads decapitated, faces blown off, tanks just running over cars in the middle of the street. You saw that, crushing them in there? Now Russia, as of yesterday, they said if America puts sanctions on them and blocking them from dealing with the ISS, because they got different nations living in that ISS, the International Space Station. You got Chinese, Japanese, Russian, American. But Russia said if America puts sanctions on Russia and block them from having access to that ISS, they're gonna shoot the ISS down this week or next month. Damn. Yeah, they said the ISS is 500 tons.
That's gonna be like a missile hitting the earth.
Whoa.
And they were straight up with it. They said we're gonna make it hit America.
Damn.
He said we're gonna shoot it down. We're gonna make it hit America or Europe. If they get sanctioned by Biden. What Biden said yesterday? Sanctions. So yeah, man. So look at all the hell that's breaking loose, man. The Lord said, what's that? That bows shall dash them to pieces. The bows. Where is that at? Yeah, we can probably get that regard silver.
Isaiah 13.
Isaiah 13, yeah. You got it, brother?
The second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 12. Now beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for their destruction, but for chastising of our nation. So all this that's happening, the war with Russia and Ukraine, the war that's about to happen with Russia and America, the pestilence, the famine, the hyperinflation, all the stuff that's happening, that's happening and about to happen. It's not for our destruction. It's to make us. It's to make us better, the children of Israel.
That's right, man. Somebody got Ephesians 3 and
Oh, I got it.
3.
3 and 1.
Yeah, we already read it, but we forgot a couple parts.
This is Ephesians chapter 3, verse 1.
Right, this is for people that don't want to read and that don't believe.
For this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Yahawah Hamashiach, for you Gentiles. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going down to verse 3. Go to verse 3.
Verse 2, if ye.
Verse 3.
Huh? Oh. Verse 3.
Yep.
How that be revelation he made known unto me the mystery.
How that by?
Slakia. how that by revelation he made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote afar in few words.
Right, so Paul wrote these words that he was told through the Spirit. All right, and he wrote it correctly according to his Spirit, man. All right, so a lot of idiots saying that Paul went off. No, he didn't. He spoke everything according to the Spirit of truth. He even had to correct Peter a couple times. You know, when he saw Peter not wanting to sit around.
He was sitting with the sitting with the publicans, but then when the Sadducees and Pharisees came, he would get up and go sit with them.
Yeah, so Paul had to correct it.
Paul went off on that.
Yeah, he went off on him. Go ahead.
Verse 4, whereby when you read.
Whoa. So when you what?
When you read.
So when you read, right? So when you read the same thing that he wrote down. Go ahead.
Ye may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Hamashiach.
See that? So by reading, you'll be able to understand the mystery that was written by the prophets. If the Spirit is dealing with you. All right? The Spirit got to be dealing with you, though.
I was putting him check his shirt.
Go ahead, Out.
I seen that. You see his shirt?
Yeah, go ahead. We already talked to him.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
There you go. That's right, bro. So now, blessed the day that readeth, and so that's why people like Charleston White is not blessed. You know, we call him Charleston White the nigga like.
How can you believe in something that you don't know?
Yeah, he like, fuck them Israelites. Fuck this. All right, that's cool. Fair enough. But at the end of the day, it's a fact that I heard him the other day say, they're like, do you believe in God? He said, yeah, I believe in the Lord. And they're like, you a Christian? He said, no, I ain't no Christian. That's good. And he said, I believe in it the right way. I believe that you're not supposed to read the Bible. You're supposed to just believe. They're like, what? That's why he's talking all this shit. If he read the Bible, he'll know about the Israelites. You know, he'll know about the Lord being a so-called black man.
How can you know about faith without
what you believe in?
Right.
Hypocritical like a motherfucker, man. So, go ahead a little bit more.
Verse 4. John to the seven churches.
Ephesians 3.
This is Ephesians chapter 3, verse 5.
Yeah, start from 4 and then go to 5.
Verse 4. Whereby when you read, you may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Hamashiach, which in other ages was not made known unto the sons of men, as it is now revealed unto his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit.
Whoa, that's right, man, because it wasn't made known how the Lord was going to love the Gentiles and the Jews and bring us back through Yahawah, his son. All right, that wasn't known yet. All right, that was a mystery. All right, how the Lord was going to bring us back to him and bring us back together. And he did it. He found a way, man. He found a way to bring us back to him through the Spirit. All right, so now we're a spiritual family with you out there that believe, and we're all around the earth. You know, and our family tree reaches out into the heavens. You know, and the branches grow through ages. You know, and our leaves are for the healing of our nation.
You get it?
You know what? Yeah, you can get it. Let me see something. What else were we reading earlier? Somebody was reading something earlier. You still reading something? Ephesians 3, 2. What was you reading? 1? We got way far away from. We can break it out, break it down.
All right, this is this is Revelations.
Isaiah 13. We're gonna get that one.
Yeah, I got. I'm holding Isaiah 13.
Yeah, we're gonna go from verse 1 though. But go ahead.
Oh yeah. Well, damn. This is Revelation chapter 22, verse 1.
We eating right now.
Come. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of Yahawah and out of the Lamb. All right, that river is the wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So what did he say in John chapter 15? He said, all things that my Father has told me, I have made known unto you. All right. So what it says, proceeding out of the throne of Yahweh and out of the Lamb, Shlaki. Right. Verse 2. It says, in the midst of it, of the street of it, And on either side of the river was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nation. And what nation is that? The nation of Israel. Right. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the ones that that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, looking like these other nations, man. All right. And it said the leaves are for the healing of the nation, and that's what we're talking about, the nation of Israel.
Yeah, that's a clarity point, bro.
All right. And the 12 manner of fruits talks about the 12 tribes. Verse 3. And there's so that was it. That was it, because it's going into something else.
All right, man. All right. So let's get this real quick. Look at this. Let's get Revelations 18, the last verse. I like to have it. Yeah. Revelation 18, and I think it is. Revelation 18. Yeah, the last verse. Whoa. I think it was. What is it? Revelation 8. Might be 8.
It's 8.
It's 8? All right.
All right, this is the book of Revelations, chapter 8, verse 13.
Right, because everything that's happening over there with the war is coming right here to America, Babylon. All right, the soils of America. Go ahead.
And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound.
See that? Now we're in that time of that woe, the third woe. All right, and it's a snare and a trap that the Lord has brought upon this place. You know that the Lord has set for Esau, the missiles, the Icbm missiles. That's Esau. That's the judgment that the Lord has set for 2/3 of our people and these damn heathens in this place. You know, through war, World War III. All right. So let's get Isaiah chapter 13 real quick.
What verse? Verse
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1.
Yeah, we'll go to
The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Right. So Isaiah saw this prophecy back in the 8th century BC. All right. And he saw America, this Babylon, this place of confusion, he saw it getting destroyed. All right. He saw the judgment in a vision. All right. Y'all can slide down some. Yep, go ahead, brother.
Verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right, so we exalt the voice when you're out here teaching. You don't need no megaphone. We don't need no microphone like ISUPK. Why? Because to get all of that, they're going to force you to have what? A 501c3 charter. They're going to regulate the things you can say. So we come out here and the Lord say what? Lift ye up your voice upon the high mountain. That high mountain is America, all right? That exalted government, okay? And we lift up our voice and we shake the hand, pointing to our people saying you wrong, or we tell them, hey man, you know, repent. This is the way, all right? So and we warn our brothers and try to what? Each one reach one and teach one, and help build each other up so that they may go out into the gates of these nations as well and go teach, all right? And rebuke these nations. Rebuke Esau, the Caucasian race, and tell them that they're going into slavery. Rebuke our people and tell them that they're being wicked and need to repent or be destroyed. All right, so that's what this verse is talking about. Go ahead, interjection. What's up, Yahawah?
Shalom. This is the book of Ephesians, number 1, 27, and all the way to 29.
Right, because Judgment Day is at the door, man. Judgment Day is finally here. The judgment. Y'all see it with Russia. Go ahead.
Only let your conversation be as it become the gospel of Yahawah.
Right, man.
That whether I come and see you or else be absent, I might hear of your affair, that ye stand first, that ye stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel, and in nothing terrified by your adversary, which is to them an evident token of perdition.
That's right, man. That's right. Because Yahweh is about to show up, the Son of Righteousness. That's right. And destroy the devil. Go ahead.
But to you of salvation and that of Yahawah, for unto you is given in the behalf of Yahawah, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake.
So believing and suffering, man. and enter ye in the straight gates. So, because the scripture says those that believe have already conquered, man. So all we have to do is hold on to that until the end. If you're a man that's given the wisdom to teach, you're supposed to be out here teaching, man. Each one reach one, teach one. But it starts out with belief and repenting for the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the children of Israel.
Right, man.
All right, and I believe in that scripture the brother brought out. It says that our affliction and our basically what we go through is a token of their perdition, man. You know, it's just what the Lord go hand to them, man. Twofold, man. Again, it goes back to that cup of trembling that we had to drink of, that he go give to them without measure, without mixture.
Right.
This is back at the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations.
Right. It what's one of those things that the Lord called? Right. What's one of those things he called? What's that? Isaiah, Lord Smith, Lord Coles, Smith. Yep.
Isaiah 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy.
See that? So the Lord created this waster. What's the waster? Those Icbm missiles. All right, and he's the one that's gonna bend the bow. All right, and shoot those arrows off. Okay. So, yep. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon.
Right, that's Jeremiah 50. Come. Yep. So the Lord laid that snare. That snare is the missiles. Right. So the Lord created that. He called those missiles to be conjured up by those scientists, those nuclear scientists in general. All right. To split the atom. You know, for America to dig their own ditch in the 1950s. All right now. All right now. In the 1950s. Oh, she's a whole long line of this, huh?
Wait a minute.
You had to say hi.
Yeah. So in the 1950s, they gonna, you know, after World War II, they all smiling and shit, yo. So in the 1940s and 50s, they like dogs, you just can't look them in the eyes and shit. In the 1950s, they established what? The nuclear age, all right? But ultimately, it was setting up for America's own destruction. So this was the trap that America set for themselves. So get ready, this place is about to be destroyed. And the Lord is a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. That's right. Go ahead. All
right. Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee, thou art taken, O Babylon.
That's right. He's taken in that snare. They've been taken in it. They don't even know it.
And thou wast not aware.
They were not aware. They double trapped, triple trapped.
Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Right, because they have striven against the Lord. All right, by striving against the Lord's people, by Xing out the truth about the Lord here in America in their schools and in their churches, right, putting us in slavery. All right, this the place built with bloodshed.
Nahum, go to the bloody city.
Yeah, that one. Nahum. Nahum, real quick. Let's get it real quick. Nahum.
I think it's Nahum 3:1.
Yeah, we think it's Nahum 3:1. Go ahead, brothers. Yeah, I see that. I received that. I think it is. That's the whole
It's Nahum chapter 3 and verse 1. Yeah. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
Right, this place is full of lies and nothing but robbery, man. All right? How you talking about some God bless this place? No, God damn this place. Go ahead.
The prey departeth not. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots.
Right, so the prey departeth not. We still in this place, man. They still got passports on us. You can't even go somewhere overseas and something break out. They're gonna come get your ass and bring you back like property. You know, so they still got us here in slavery, man. They still got social security numbers and birth certificate numbers. You know, still being the last one's hired, first one's fired. Still setting up policies, unjust decrees, unrighteous decrees against our nation. So we're still stuck in this place. Still behind enemy lines, dog. Go ahead, that was it on that, right? That's right, man. Go ahead, Isaiah. Anybody got any interjections? Oh, go ahead.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai has opened his armory and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
So this is what the Most High called for. He said, yo, he opened up his armory, and he said, yeah, we're going to do that right there. Give me that one. We're going to do that ICBM missiles.
Every time they come out with a new missile, the Lord be like, woo, that's that hot shit right there.
Yeah.
That's the one, but that's one.
Who came up with that one? Gabriel? You made that one? Yeah, man. Yeah, this was going to work. Scripture said that. He had sharpened his sword. And he wet his sword. He sharpened it. He made it ready. Sharpened it and made it ready. Made everything perfect. You know? So now you got Russia with something called the invincible missiles. And I seen a video yesterday where Russia had ICBMs moving on trucks. So they're getting ready to shoot those ICBMs off.
And besides that, they already moved a plane to Venezuela with a missile,
Wow.
Missile.
Yeah.
Correct.
So they already moved. They moving planes there with missiles. Right? And
they Putin already get with the Venezuela president, you know, they already have a meeting, you know, and that plane arrived, I think, yesterday.
Right. And the missiles that they had, the ICBM missiles, what's up, brother? The ICBM missiles, they were on 16 wheels.
Ooh.
So that let you know it's as big as a semi-truck.
Yeah, during the first Cold War, America was a little bit fearful of Russia because they had these missiles that were able to go around like the Russian wilderness in the trucks, like you just stated, big semi-trucks that had missiles on them that were real fast and agile. But now they put intercontinental ballistic missiles on those trucks, and they're still just as agile, just as nimble, and hard to track, hard to find.
Man.
They already threat Finlandia and Swiss because they Putin say they cannot enjoy NATO, and you know because they are a part of NATO.
Yeah, he said he's gonna come after them for joining NATO.
Make sure I speak up too for the camera, yeah.
Finlandia and Swiss.
Precepts. Look at these precepts real quick. Yeah, go ahead. You still got Isaiah. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Just a quick interjection. This is Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Well, look at this. You know? So should we then make mirth? Should we be in the spirit of mirth, the spirit of America? All right, one-tongueness, going to and fro, thinking you can do whatever you please. All right, not acknowledging the Lord. All right, running the rat race, caring more about your job, caring more than your spiritual welfare, man. Because now we in the times of the end, where you gonna need that spiritualness, that little bit about you, man. You know. So should we then make mirth? No, man. Especially the times that we in, being at the end of destruction, the end where the Lord is raising up and perfecting his sword, being Esau, Edom, all right, the wicked, to be the more demon that he is, man. As the scriptures say, the wicked shall wax worse and worse, man. So this damn diabolical demon is coming with rage, man. It's gonna lead to what? Revelations 12:12, man. You know.
Right. Can you read that last part again? That glistening part.
This verse 10 in Ezekiel 21:10. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter.
Look at that, man. Look at it, it's furbished. The Lord has furbished and sharpened it, prepared these missiles, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 41.
Right.
If I whet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and will reward them that hate me.
Right, so who hates the Lord? All of these people hate the Lord. Y'all just don't know it. If you don't know the name Yahawah, if you never heard the name Yahawah, then you hate the Lord, just don't know it. All right?
I will.
Nah, you good, brother. So yeah, so the Lord said if he wet his glittering sword. I'm stepping all over that. If he wet his glittering sword, and if he takes his hand on judgment and destroy his enemies, being these Caucasian Edomites, and two-thirds of our people that have risen themselves up as enemies. What's that in Micah? Somebody get that real quick? So he said if he does that, then what?
He says, if I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and will reward them that hate me.
Damn.
I got some more on that.
That's right, man. So yep. Now you good.
I will make mine arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and with the blood of the slain and the captives from the beginning of revenge upon the enemies.
Come on, brother. So that devouring is going to be that fire. All right, the missile is going to devour flesh. That's letting you know it's a physical thing. All right, this is a physical action of missiles that's going to be devouring the flesh of these people. And it's going to devour them and melt them. You heard that? Woo!
Ezekiel 26 and 20.
The flames gonna be hitting me.
As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
See that? See, you don't want the Lord to gather you in the anger. You rather the Lord gather us in the spirit of mercy, you know, in the spirit of grace, in the spirit of truth, in the spirit of Yahawah calling out Abba Father, in the spirit of exemption. All right, you don't want to be gathered in the anger and the Lord leave you here and melt you. Like literally melt you, you know, every hair on your damn head, every organ in your body, the Lord leave your spirit in there to feel that. And you crying out and calling out and nobody answers you. And instead, he increases the flame and the pain, you know, heightening all the nerves in the body, making you feel every bit of it. That's what we're dealing with. Go ahead, Doc.
It's the book of Malachi, chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Right, so if you're still doing wickedly, still eating pork, still eating shrimp, lobster, that's wickedness, man, for our people. That's the laws that were given to Moses for us to stop doing that. You know? But you still worse. Huh?
Forget about them over there.
Yeah, that right there too, you know. Sodomism, ism and schism. That's right. Yeah, man, so they still caught up in the wickedness. The Lord put the laws in place to show us what wickedness is and to show us what righteousness is. All right? Separation. Huh? Separation. All right? So these people still caught up in wickedness and also not believing in Yahawah is wickedness. If you deny the Lord, that's wickedness. All right? So he said, what? They're going to be here for what? Somebody reading?
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and that day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
That's right. So if they're over here and they're Edomites and they're heathens, or if they're 2/3, it's going to be straight destruction for them and their household. All right? All right, man. He said the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. You know, so what is that? That means that's a concentrated fire. That means not the whole earth going to be on fire, but this specific place is going to burn as an oven. All right? Go ahead, up.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 4. Be ye not as your fathers, unto whom the former prophets have cried, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, turn ye now from your evil ways.
Right. What's that? Somebody got that in Micah? The enemy? It rose up as an enemy?
I got it.
That's right, because even today, he said, cause the Holy One to cease from before us. Somebody know what that's at? Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Teaching the smooth thing.
Isaiah. I get it. I think
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 8. Even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy. Ye put off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely.
Right. So even as of late, our people are still becoming enemies to the Lord. How do you become an enemy to the Lord? By following the ways of these heathens. All right? The Lord gave us laws. Stop eating pork. Stop eating lobster. Stop eating shrimp. You know? Stop worshiping these holidays. The Father's name is Yahawah. His son named Yahawah, brother. That's right, man. Hopefully you be one of the elect and we all get saved out of this together. All right? That's right, man. That's right. Yeah, his name is Yahawah, man. I tried.
Holy game.
I guess ain't no parts of him is elect. All right, where was that? Somebody read.
Back in Zechariah 1 and 4, it say, "Be ye not as your fathers, unto whom the former prophets have cried, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, turn ye now from your evil ways and from your evil doings. But they did not hear nor hearken unto me, saith the Lord."
Right, our people still don't want to hear it. All right, the same way we got delivered out of Egypt, and the same way in Sodom and Gomorrah, and this happened again. All right, the Lord woke up prophets to cry out to our people, man, so they could have a warning before destruction. But they didn't listen to our forefathers either, man. Just like they won't listen today. Isn't it plain to see? Sodom and Gomorrah, wasn't that a clear enough example? You know? You know, and the Lord said don't deal with witchcraft. That's a lot, man. Go ahead, Art. Oh, you had an interjection too.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah 13 and 19.
Right.
In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, should be as when Yahawah overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right, so how did that come? How did that show up? As a destruction from the Almighty. Same way, you had meteors that flew and destroyed that place. It burned Sodom and Gomorrah up to ashes, and they found it too, right? So that's the same thing they're talking about today. What's that? Nuclear missiles. They're gonna burn up all these looks, all these tough looks, anything. Right? It's all gonna be burned up. You can't fight a missile. The Ukrainians thought they was tough too. Look at them now. Take a look at you now. This is an empty space. That's right, brother. That's right. This word is for you, man. That's right. Yeah, I see it pulling at you. All right, come on, keep going.
You want to cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from among us stuff?
Yeah, come on, brother.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Yahawah. Will say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy to see.
That's right.
Get ye out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from among us.
Woo, see that? They don't want that blood on them. They don't want that blood on them, man, because they know they're gonna have to be judged, man. So they said, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Why? Because they want to continue in their wickedness. They want to continue. I ain't gonna run down the list, but they want to continue in their wickedness. You know? Yeah, it's a long list.
Long. That's why the Lord got a long judgment. A long list.
That's right, man. All the plagues of Egypt are going to come on this place. All right, she talking kind of loud, but go ahead. Interjection.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 12.
Right, America's about to be destroyed.
And ye have done worse.
Judgment from the Lord, man. It's coming. Some scary stuff here, man. Scary stuff we're talking about here. Go ahead, Doc.
That's right. This is Jeremiah 16 and 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me.
There you go. See that? They like, yo, cause the Lord to cease from before us, because they don't want to be ruled over. All right, they want to rule over themselves. They got that do as thou wilt spirit. You know, that Masonic pagan spirit. But the Lord is going to rule over these damn people. And guess what? He's a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. Isn't that something? I have. White woolly beard. Yep. That's right, man. That's Yahawah. You can't do nothing about it. That's the beautiful part, man. All right, so what you just said? Somebody reading something back?
I was reading Jeremiah 16 and 12.
Yep.
How they're worse than their fathers, and they go off their own evil imagination.
That was it. Right? That's right, man. So they follow their own heart, and they say, "Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us." Why? Because you got precept?
What you going to? He that the deeds are wicked because of darkness.
Yeah. They don't want to come to the light. I got it. So their deeds be reproved. Good.
Well, I got another precept though, but I figured you wanted to go there, so I was
If you ever need to, you can pass that with somebody else too. But
now this is the condemnation of the world.
yeah, we ain't get to this lesson yet, but yeah.
I know. I know. All right, this is John chapter 3, verse 17. For Yahawah sent not his son unto the world to condemn, it's like unto the world to condemn the world, but he sent, but that the world through him might be saved. We're talking about Israel. He that believed on him is not condemned, but he that believed not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahawah, Yahweh Shai. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds are evil.
Right, catch it to your left. A little bit of evil right there.
Evil.
Yep,
evil. Right? Verse 20. For everyone that doeth evil have not the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh into the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, and that they are wrought in Yahawah. And that's a beautiful saying, because guess what? At one point in time, that was done in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? But America, thanks to Obama, had brought that to the light. And what has manifested from that? It says that they declare their sins as Sodom, they hide it not. All right? Yeah, you can get it. You can get it. So, but now that light has come to the world, right? The light is supposed to condemn them, but the darkness has increased so much that the darkness has been presented as light, right? So now they don't understand, they don't perceive their deeds as being wicked. Right. But Yahweh Shai is going to judge them according to their wickedness. Go ahead.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 9. The show of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declared their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Ain't gonna be no excuse for it. They ain't gonna be saying, but wait a minute, Lord, wait a minute. Nah, you boasted in your wickedness, man. When the light was brought to the world, right, you stayed in the darkness. You helped the darkness increase around this world, man. You didn't try to reprove your deeds. You ran from the light.
Precept. Jeremiah 8 and 3. And death shall be chosen rather than life, by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, saith Yahweh of hosts. So they're going to choose death rather than life. If they have the 2/3 and they're scattered anywhere in this earth, they're going to choose death rather than life. They're going to choose wickedness and sin rather than choosing Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. They're going to say, cause life to cease from before us, cause that light to go from before us, and bring us more darkness. That's what they want. All right, like on the damn Star Wars. Well, he say the darkness must increase.
Yeah.
He said you can't get more dark. You can't get more light. You gotta get more darkness. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. That was you? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20.
Right. Nice.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Right. And that woe is destruction, man. You know, woe who go into the way not of the Lord, man, who abhor the way of the Lord, man. You know, it's destruction to those who rather be a part of the way of this society and not the way of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, you rather accept the evil and the darkness of that this world push and portrays than to accept light, man, and life. All right, you accept death.
Ooh, that's right, man. They chose death rather than life, man. That's right. And guess what comes with death? More death.
But the Lord said He gonna come and disannul the covenant that you made with death, and He gonna disannul it with the missile. And then after you get destroyed, you're gonna be born into the kingdom in the right mind, state of mind, and you're gonna feel like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna know by being born in the kingdom that you were involved with some sort of wickedness on this side.
Right, yeah, because they're gonna be born late into the kingdom.
Right.
They ain't gonna usher in the kingdom. The ones that usher it in, they're the elect.
And you gonna know where you earned that by when you born in the kingdom, man. How late you born in the kingdom.
That's right. That's right, man. By the levels.
That's the mercy of Yahweh Yahweh Shah that you get to take part in the kingdom at least.
All of us, all Israel. Come. That's right, man. He said He made everything new. Made us all new. Come. All right, that's a blessing. All right, that's our blessing. Esau, their blessing was a sword. Can you imagine how it was when they heard about their blessing? When they heard that they could take us into slavery, you know? But now we're hearing that we're going to rule the world and they're going into slavery. We're hearing. All right, brother. All right, now. The Most High's name is Yahawah, His son named Yahweh Shah. All right, now. That's right, brother. We about to rule this earth, man. They going into slavery under us. All right, brother. That's right. He got to believe it, though.
You talking to Jake sometimes, you tell Jake this, and they think it's some type of motivational speech. Or,
yeah.
This the truth, man.
Yeah, they're like, I'm going to carry that with me today. This is carry it with me. This is like selling crack. Where we at, man? God damn it, I just bought it.
I'm a crackhead now.
All right, where we at, man? I got a freestyle. Go ahead,
This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth and all that is therein, the world and all things come forth. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be destroyed.
Man, we gotta break this down. Can you go back a couple lines?
All right. Verse 2, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
So the Lord is angry with all nations, all right? His indignation, his judgment is on all nations. They don't even know it, but the Lord is angry with you. Go ahead.
It says, and his fury upon all their armies.
Right, so his fury is upon the Russian army. His fury is upon America's army, all right? Go ahead.
He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Right, he has already set them up. He set them up, prepared the snare. He got the missiles in place. All right, he already got it written for those armies to be destroyed by Yahawah when he arrives. All right, so he has already destroyed their armies, you know, and appointed their bounds that they cannot pass. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, and verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
There you go, man. So the Lord created Esau to have something to burn up. The Lord created Esau to have something to be angry with. You know? Go ahead, brother.
They just going back to that scripture I brought out earlier in Ezekiel 21. All right, on how the sword is going to be furbished, man. That sword is speaking on the missiles, ultimately. But we know in Psalms, it speaks on Esau being the Lord's sword as well. All right, in his whipping stick, man. So as the Lord created Esau, all right, that diabolical demon, ultimately to split the atom in Isaiah 54, all right, to create the physical sword, man, being those missiles.
That's right, brother. That's right.
Just wanted to correct that.
Oh yeah, he's talking about the sword, the missiles in Esau.
The sword, yeah, the difference in the
yeah. He's sharpening both. He's sharpening both. That's right.
Russia got this one nuke.
If Esau dumb as shit, they caved, man. they had to get built up to this point, man. You know? Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Russia got this one missile that that makes tsunamis, a radioactive tsunami. And it makes a radioactive tsunami. It's called Poseidon. It makes a radioactive tsunami.
Yeah, that shows you that just back into the whole conspiracy things of like the weather, the manipulating the weather, and how NASA was set up with these different machines and devices to create weather clouds and the hurricanes and the waters. That shows that these devices are true and real, and that they sold these devices to other nations and stuff like that, man. You know?
So they can sit in the temple of God and call themselves God.
Weapons of war, more weapons of the Lord, man, and to bring his indignation upon this place called Idumea, man, America, Idumea. Esau, Edom.
Right.
All right.
Isaiah? Yep.
It's Isaiah 34. Oh, you have one?
Isaiah 13.
Oh, okay. This is Isaiah 34, verse 12. Verse 2, Slakia. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain all shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Right, that's over there in the war.
All
right, so that's why you're seeing a lot of dead bodies all over with the war. That's just the beginning. You still got Armageddon, the gathering of troops, where all the troops are going to gather at over in the East, but they call the Middle East, you know, in the Valley of Kidron, called the Valley of Yahawah, Yahweh's judgment. There's gonna be nothing but stank over there. Stank, dead bodies. And who's gonna be digging and burying those bodies? Esau and the kingdom. Huh?
First fruits of slavery.
The first fruits of slavery. That's a lesson, man. That sounds like an album.
All right, it says
the first fruits of slavery. That's Esau. Yeah. The first fruits of slavery. Yeah, man. Yeah, you good.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens.
So the mountains shall be what?
The mountains shall be melted with their blood.
So I mean the governments. All right. So the government's gonna be destroyed with them in it. All right. Go ahead, because there's a big destruction coming to this place, America. I know y'all feel it. I know y'all feel it in the air, like Phil Collins. Yeah. I know about that. I got y'all that one.
Had you said being the signal, he wouldn't know.
Really do be slow jamming, slow dancing to being the signal. Feel it in the air. Yeah, whatever.
Isaiah 34:4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falling from the vine, as a falling fig from the fig tree.
That's right. So there's gonna be no place found in heaven for those jets, for those planes, aircraft carriers, the satellites. All that's coming down. ISS.
Yep.
You know, the International Space Station. They get hard at running Esau. Yep. Running like a chase road with big feet.
2 left feet.
Right, man.
Verse 5.
Running like got cement blocks on his feet. That's a caveman, yeah.
Booga booga.
Yeah, man.
Verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
See, that's the Lord's sword. When you hear about these Icbm missiles, these missiles, that's right. That's right. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. This for you, man. All right, we about to rule this place, man. Rule the kingdom. La Familia.
Con.
There's a Cristo no Blanco.
That's right.
That's right. El Numbe es Yahawah.
Con.
That's right, man.
But why did he cut his eye over here?
He cut his eye. You know, the horses had that eye on the side of the head. Like,
Isaiah 34:5.
Right, so the Lord's sword is going to be, bathed in heaven. Right, so the Lord, that means what? Those missiles that the brother was reading earlier, that the smith blew the coals of fire and brought forth a waster to destroy. He said not only were they created, but they're going to be shot off and they're going to touch the heavens, meaning they're going to be bathed in heaven, meaning the Shemayim, all right, the waters.
All right.
So they talk about the warheads too, man. That's important.
Because a lot of those nuclear missiles, even though Russia had developed the ones that don't have to go out of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But like it's gonna be a point where the Lord's gonna open open the firmament, the way them missiles could come out and come right back in and fall down on this place, man.
That's right, man. Yeah, and the spirit gonna be controlling the missiles.
Right.
All right, shooting them out of the silos, making them go off. That's why you're hearing about chariots. You're hearing about chariots popping up all over the nuclear facilities. You know, they just had one the other day pop up over the military.
And a lot of times when those chariots show up over this military and nuclear facilities, like they lose control on a lot of their shit.
Yep.
So just think about it. Even if they ain't trying to press the button, the Lord gonna make them bitches shoot off,
They're
man.
gonna go off, man. Yeah, and they're gonna go off at the same time. 200 million missiles. That's why John the Revelator heard the number of them. So the Most High got a set number that he's gonna use. All right.
They showed that in that movie X-Men Apocalypse. You see what I'm saying? They had a so-called. You see it?
Go ahead. Yeah, Magneto.
No, not Magneto. It was one where they had a so-called black man came back. He was the god of gods.
Oh, you talking about Apocalypse?
Apocalypse. Yeah. He got into everybody's mind. He got into to the missile silo people that turn the keys. He got into their minds and made them turn the keys.
You can go further with that. You ain't gotta be in the silos. It could be with the people that got the key.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be shot, and they're gonna be bathed in heaven. They're gonna be shot into the heavens. You know, they're gonna get fully drenched in them heavens, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
There you go.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Oh, it's gonna come down upon America. They're gonna make sure they come down upon this place. They're not gonna get stopped in the air. They're not gonna get shot down. You ain't gonna be able to turn them away.
Bump into each other, none of that.
They're not gonna bump into each other, nothing.
They're gonna bump into him.
That's right. Yep.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
See that? And upon the 2/3 that are over here to judgment. All right. So talking about Esau, these heathens, and 2/3 of our people that are in this place that are set up for judgment. All right, go ahead, Doc.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, and verse 55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom, therefore shalt thou receive recompense, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord. Even so shall Yahawah do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. So basically, like the scripture said, the reward of thy bosom shall be, the reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosoms for all the democracy, the slavery, all the mischief that these heathen nations done, all the
idolatry,
everything that America done. You gonna have recompense upon that. You know what I mean?
That's right, man. The slavery double unto her what they've done to us. That's right, man. So the Lord gonna bring fire upon this place. All right. Everything we're looking at, man. It was just like this during the times of Noah. It was just like this during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. It was just like this during the times of Egypt. All right? But now the Lord's doing it again. Isn't that something? Controlling the minds of these nations, man. Causing conflict and controversy among them. Like we did a lesson the other day, the Lord loveth controversy. All right? So he's stirring up the spirit of the Medes. Stirring up these nations, you know, mustering the host of the battle. We're seeing the Lord's power, him moving things on the earth. All right, somebody holding the precept?
15, I got that. Yeah, you still got to go through Isaiah 13.
Let's go to 15.
All right.
Yeah, you go to 15.
And I got Jeremiah, what you said? Jeremiah 50.
All right. Yeah, just in case. We might not make it to it, but we don't want to. Go ahead, brother.
This is back at 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
See, we're back at this again.
God.
So we can speak it to you, but it's up to the Lord to deal with you for you to receive this or not.
God.
You know? So that's what this is about. We only out here to wake up the elect. All right, go ahead.
It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh.
Right, so speak thou into the ears of my people, manifest destiny? No. Nope. Manifest your own destiny? No. We supposed to speak into the ears of our people the words of the Lord spoken before aforetime. All right? which is called what? Prophecy.
Verse 2.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
All right, because they're faithful. These words are faithful and true. Not in your Quran, not in your Keeper-Negas, not in your Joseph Smith book. You know, not in your Jehovah Wickedness books. You can't find it nowhere else, but in the Holy Scriptures. All right, the KJV Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, Apocrypha. All right, and that's just it, man. And here you'll find the prophecies. And oh shit, they just flail. What are you doing? and then you'll find people like you'll find people like Saith nigga. You know, what's his name again?
Lawatazah.
Saith nigga, Lawatazah of the unconscious movement. Those you know, they got all these different books and shit and scholars, but you can get everything right from the Bible. You got people like Charleston No Light, right? This guy here, he all talking about some civil rights and community and the wounds of our people and healing our people. But you don't want to deal with this.
And it talks about in Isaiah 1 about the wounds and the perpetual swords that are on our people and how the Lord's going to heal them.
They can't heal it without the Lord, without Yahawah. They can't clean that.
They want to be the one to heal.
They want to heal it.
Yeah, another thing about him too, man.
So they get money.
Yeah, he's really big into that too. Prison reform, having people coming out try to get him into jail.
Yeah.
He had a couple of situations with some rappers. They try to lock them dudes up, snitch on them, so called.
Yep.
And
Go to the law with the unjust.
Justice. You try to call that justice to the people, to his community.
Bringing them up to massa, sending them up to massa, and giving them up to the so-called white man.
Right, man. That's going to the law of the unjust, man. You know.
He also said he can't
I
wait
don't know, I
till
get somebody else
he can't wait till slavery come back. That's what he said. He said he can't wait till slavery come back so he could be a house nigga. He said that. He can't wait. He said he gonna be a house nigga.
Talking about Charleston White. That's right, man. So how is he gonna heal anybody or comfort them without this, man? Because this is the comforter, you know. All right. So where was that?
15.
Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Yep.
It says, "Fear not the imagination against thee."
Whoa, yep. Nigga want imagination right here. Yep. Fear not this. We don't fear this. All right, because this is what they're bringing right now, and also this one, martial law. That's the next thing, man. They already called martial law over there in Ukraine. You know, people don't think it's possible, man. Just the other day they were living a normal life. Now look today, everything changed, man. Just the other day, just the other day, all the prices were low. Everything was hunky-dory over there. But now look, you got missiles flying at the houses. All the tough faces and everything is gone. You see nothing but screaming people. All right? Running and flailing their arms up the damn street. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 21. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth."
Oh, where you at?
Second Ezra 16, 21.
We can go there quick. Yeah, go ahead.
It said, "Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth. They shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion."
There you go. So it's happening right now. All right. So they think themselves to be in good case, man. And even then, evils are growing upon the earth. Sword, famine, and we say great confusion, man. Because the wicked is waxing worse, and darkness is growing as well. All right. So yeah, go ahead, brother.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right. What have they been talking about? Peace treaties. Biden trying to bring peace. You You know, but they're the main culprits of death and hell. You know, they don't want to bring peace. What do they want to do? Habakkuk 2? Let's get that real quick. And what's it? Inward thoughts with swords?
Inward thoughts does it help to live forever?
No, butter, the word smoother than butter.
Yeah, Psalms.
Yeah, look at it real quick.
Habakkuk 2 and what?
Yep. 4.
Habakkuk.
It said death and hell. Yeah, life is desire of hell.
Yeah, start at 4.
Okay. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right, because how is Esau's soul lifted up? All the riches they got, all the money they got, all the murder and killing they've done, and nothing's happened to them. See, they're lifted up because of that. That's the only thing they got to stand on. All right, is the pile of bodies that they've killed. That's it. That's all they got to stand on, and the riches that they've stolen. You know, and the lies that they've told in their books. That's all. That's the only mountain they got to stand on. But he said what?
But the just shall live by his faith.
Right, but the just is going to live by faith. Faith in who? Yahawah. And that our blessing is way better than Esau's blessing. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5. Yet also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Right, so our soul is lifted up because of faith. Esau's soul is lifted up because of murder and robbing, stealing, and killing. All right, and because they've done that, they become proud people, a proud nation. And what does the word pride mean? It means to be excited about something that you did, and the things that you've gained and the way that you've gotten it. See, Esau's pride. Esau takes pride in the things that they've taken and stolen from everybody, and all the accomplishments from people like Alexander, people like Bush, you know, World War I, World War II. September 11th.
There's a
slavery.
There's a museum in Britain, and majority of the artifacts in the museum were taken by Britain by British conquest of these other nations. A lot of these other nations, they cool now, they have the ability to support themselves or with the allies, and they're like, hey, Britain, can we get our artifacts that you stole? And they're like, nah, bro, they're part of history. They want to keep the trophies of their conquest.
That's why they carve the heads of deers and stuff, put it on their walls. It's a trophy.
Right. Shit, that's why they got statues up out here.
Memorial.
Yeah, that's why they got the founding fathers, Edomites, on the dollar. And they were all slave masters.
And
on the mountains.
Mount Rushmore. And I actually read an article and did a lesson on it a couple years back. It said America wasn't stolen, it was conquered. If that ain't a prideful, boastful, prideful statement to make, well, I don't know what is.
Right, man.
Because they murdered our people, bringing us over here, establishing this, and they murdered the Native Americans who were already here.
Right. Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, verse 22. There is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked.
So when they around here yelling peace, peace, and Biden talking about peace treaties and peace talks for Russia, but ain't gonna be no peace for the wicked, man.
Right.
Because even though he's speaking peace, like what, his words are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart.
Con.
Somebody got it?
I had it. I got it.
All right.
This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords.
And so that's his peace talk right there. His peace talk always has an agenda, man. You know, that's what his peace talk is, an agenda to bring war and destruction to benefit what he's trying to gain.
Right. Yeah. Esau will be talking about peace, but at the same time it'll be demonizing you.
Come on.
Look at the tactics they're using with Russia. They're demonizing Russia at the same time, trying to talk about peace. But yeah, it's Russia's fault this is happening. Well, everybody know that it's America and NATO that's provoking Russia. All right, by being on their doorstep with missiles. You got to point out.
And also, I was watching a video the other day, basically when Trump was in office. He was basically saying, if Russia invades Ukraine, he was like, yeah, sarcastically saying there's going to be peace, all right. It's going to be a lot of peace, man. You know, so hey, you know, hey, he said he's glad there's new peacekeepers out there that's rising up around the earth, man. And, you know, hey, America used to be that so-called quote-unquote peacekeeper, man. When there's no actual peace going on, they coming over to cause chaos, man. Spread their demonocracy, all right.
Every time around that lap, it's getting hot and hot over here, man.
No Pokemons over here.
Yeah, this shirt say Rude Awakening.
Getting it. Lateral damage.
Yeah, you got to shoot some units. Yeah. All right, where we at? Somebody reading?
We got a precept.
Then we get back to second Ezra.
God. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawing swords.
Whoa, that's them damn politicians, man. That's Biden, man. Biden for you, boy. I think they said over in Russian, they call him beating. Yeah, they call him beating, something like that. It means an asshole, something like that. You know what I mean?
Hey, so an article just came up on my news feed. You got Governor DeSantis. He's over there speaking, and during his speech, he started chanting, "Let's go, Brandon."
Yeah. For some reason, Joe Biden hates that. I don't know what that means. But
"Let's go, Brandon" is a sneak term for saying "F Joe Biden."
Yeah.
Trying to take away the Second Amendment. So it's like this is a nation divided against itself, man. And ultimately, America's divided, and Edom is divided. You know, because you got Russia, European Union, America. These are all Edomites that are going at variance against each other. All right, so that's the dividing, cutting asunder that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing before he brings his destruction.
All right, go ahead, bro.
This is quick. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So that's what you got going on, man. You got the weak, these other nations like Russia, right? Going to the defense of Ukraine, which is their back door, even though Ukraine don't want the defense. They're going to their defense anyway, because it's these nations saying that they're strong, man. They're not going to be no longer bullied by America, this whore, man, that's been a bully, sticking their nose in everybody else's business. It's not finna fly no more.
Back in 2 Ezra 15.
Back in 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right, so that should be your confidence, man. All right, that's not your worry. You getting blood off your hands. You try to warn our people that they need to wake the hell up. 2/3 of our people, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and repent. All right, stop being wicked. If not, they're going to be burned up. They're going to be destroyed. All right? Go ahead, so you get the blood off your hands, man. And leave it up to the Most High. Yep, go ahead.
Verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
There you go. So this is the judgment that's coming on the whole world, man. Not just America. There's going to be a lot of places blown up. You know, over there in England, over Britain, Russia. You know, look at that. Ukraine is attacking Russia. They shot missiles into Russia yesterday. So it's going to be casualties everywhere. Pink City, definitely. the Roman Catholic Church, yeah, man. That's what I mean, the Vatican.
Oh, that's the same thing?
Yeah. Oh. That's a better way to say it, the Vatican, though. And you know, so it's gonna be battles everywhere. Just like yesterday, what happened? They threw that meeting, and Russia tried to veto. They vetoed it. They vetoed it. Right, and then they tried to stop him from attacking. Right. But the thing about it is, China and India they stayed neutral on that. So they basically saying, yo, we side with Russia. That's what that let them know yesterday at the UN meeting. Not yesterday, like 2 days ago. When they had that UN council, that was to show who's on whose side. And that let Ukraine know that the United Nations are backing Ukraine by their disagreement to Russia. And it let Ukraine and Russia know that China and India are backing up Russia. Yep. By them staying neutral. So that, you know, so that let you know there's about to be a what? A world war and a great divide. All right.
This is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 6. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hopeful works are fulfilled.
Right, so their hurtful works are fulfilled. They got a certain level of wickedness that Esau is going to do on this earth. All right, and that 2/3 of our people are going to do. The Lord got it to a certain limit in this place, America, Babylon. He got it to a level, a limit that it's going to reach of wickedness. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
Right, man. So the Lord is fed up with this shit. He's fed up with it, man. He's not going to hold his tongue anymore. And when he speaks, this place is going to get destroyed. That's it, man. That's why he got it. That's why he got the prophets out here speaking. He's the prophets of old spoken many prophets like this. That's right. So the Lord is speaking right now. So he's not holding his tongue anymore. And once the prophets speak, they used to scare the hell out of people. When they see the prophets out there teaching, they'll be scared because they knew destruction was coming. Look at Jeremiah. Look at Isaiah. Look how much it was scaring those people right back then, scaring the kings. They're scaring the hell out of them. Elijah, you know, Elisha. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
That's right, man. So, yep. So before the Lord destroy a certain place or bring his judgment, he'll send his prophets out there, meaning he'll speak through his men. So the Lord says, yo, he's not going to what? He said, I should not hold my tongue.
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 28. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord.
There you go, man. All right, so the word which the Lord has spoken. All right, and that goes with 2nd Ezra chapter 9, that the Lord spoke from the beginning. All right. That's right, man. So that's like Esau running they track around life. They're getting run down and washed up. Go ahead, bro.
This is back at 2nd Ezra 15, verse 8.
Right, because judgment is coming to this place, man. The Lord is about to destroy America, man. World War III is breaking out. It's not going to stop. And it's going to heat up. That war over there with Russia is going to get worse and worse and worse. And the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. It is what it is. The Lord is a black man from the tribe of Judah. These things we got to know. We can have any color woman we want. That's not the issue. All right? And that stops a lot of our people from getting in the truth. You know what I mean? They'll get a heathen woman, or so-called heathen woman, and they feel like they can't get on this truth because they think this is all about color when it's not. This ain't the Black Panthers up here. This thing is spiritual. All right? We're not about black people. We're not about Africanism. We're about the Israelites. You know, that's the culture we need. All right? Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 15 and 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent blood and righteous blood crieth.
Right, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. That's what this is for. Go ahead.
Crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Right, so the blood of the Israelites that were killed over here is crying out to the Lord. All right, meaning their spirit is out in the heavens crying out to the Lord for him to come back and judge this place. But then on the earth, right, you have just like the spirit of Abel, that's right. And now you have the men of the Lord, the just crying out continually. All right. So this place is done, man. And the Lord is not holding back anymore. He's ready to destroy this place. All right. So let's get that Isaiah 13.
Boom. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. You want me to start at verse 1 again?
Yeah.
Verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
Right, go ahead. So, we read about that.
Even them that rejoice in my highness.
Right, go ahead.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
So the Lord is calling all these nations together. He's what? Go ahead.
Of the nations gathered together, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
So the Lord, Yahawah B'Shem Yahushua, is mustering these nations together, bringing them together, causing divides, causing them to break treaties and join up with each other. You know, and for them to be all set in array against Babylon, against America. Go ahead.
Verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Right, so they come from a far country. So what's that called? Intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right, from one continent to the other. So they're gonna come from a far country, right? From Russia, from Iran, from wherever, you know, Cuba, Venezuela, wherever they're gonna shoot them missiles from, and they're gonna land right on this place, you know?
And the Russia, right before they invaded Ukraine, they started doing military drills, nuclear military drills with ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Right, man. That's right. So, you got an interjection?
This second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 13. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So, Con, man, basically, as the elder was saying, man, they have missile technology to be shot from one end of the earth to the other, you know. So, therefore, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man, ICBMs, all right, long-range missiles, if you will, short-range missiles too, as well, man. All that's how they're going to be set in array against Babylon, man, roundabout. So, everything that they have, all right, in their military arsenal is going to be shot over here to this place, man.
Funny brother, huh? Isaiah 13:6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Right, man. That's right. So the day of the Lord is finally at hand, man. And it's going to come as a destruction from the Most High. A so-called black man, you know, with white and woolly hair. He's dragging the shit out of that dog now.
Verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Right, so all these tough guys, and the Lord showed us that we're not going to be delivered by might. Look at the Black Panthers. Look at the strongest men in the country, like Mike Tyson. He can't deliver us. You see that? So the Lord's showing us, look at all the people that come together for marching and protesting. They can't deliver us. Look at the Million Man March. Look at the militias. Nobody can deliver us but Yahawah and his son Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
Verse 8. And they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Right, so pains and sorrows, man. Pains and sorrows gonna take hold of these people. You see that? That's what's gonna shake their ass up and shake that fear out of their ass, man. Get them scared, because that's what the Lord wants. He wants them to be afraid. And by fear, you acknowledge him. See that? The Lord gonna shake them up, make them acknowledge him, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Yeah, that's right, man. So That goes back to that scripture where he said, what? He's going to leave them there and melt them. So they're going to see each other burning up. And they're going to continue to burn. All right? So their face is going to be as flames. What's that? Nuclear fire. Just like during World War II, when they dropped the Icbm, the nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That fire was so intense that it burned their shadows into the ground. And the first part that burned up on their bodies was the organs in their body, the tongue, the eyes. So that's what it meant. It said their eyes gonna burn in their head, their tongue in their mouth, and their face gonna be as flames, man.
The people who were like on the other side of the island who saw the blast, they're blind.
That's right, man. So America's about to be destroyed. Get ready. The Lord's about to destroy this place. Go ahead, brother.
I got two. You got
It don't matter. You rock.
Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." You know, just like the elder was speaking on, man. Hey, that fire is going to be a fervent heat, hot heat, man. So when that heat come, hey, it's going to consume away all your soft tissues before it even actually hit, man. Your tongue is going to consume away in your mouth. Your eyes are going to dissolve in your eye holes and your sockets, man. You know, so forth and so forth, man. You know, one more. It's Isaiah 9:5, and this is how it's going to happen, man. By the way of those ICBMs, man, thermonuclear fire, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. All right, it's Isaiah 9:5. For it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So, Con, man, hey, this war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire, man. It's not going to be any hand-to-hand combat. It's not going to be sword to sword, axe to axe, gun to gun. Hey, it's going to be a war pressed by a button, man. You know, hey, send these missiles off over here, send these missiles off over there, man. Arrows, if you will, you know.
They showed a clip of like there's a neutral zone in between the troops of Ukraine and the troops of Russia, right? And all they doing is they just sitting there in the trenches looking at each other while missiles are being shot off behind them. They ain't doing no shooting, no fighting, no nothing. But it's just missiles being bombed on certain and shot off on certain places.
Isaiah 13.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Isaiah 13:9. "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and with fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it."
That's talking about America right there, man. So the Lord's gonna totally annihilate America off the map. Go ahead.
"For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked."
Things gonna be destroyed, man, in that time. All right, so anything you're trying to hold on to, man, anything you're trying to hold on to on this side, the Lord's gonna destroy it. So you're gonna be destroyed right along with it.
"And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible."
And who's the most proud nation on this earth? Esau, man. All right, but 2/3 of our people are prideful too, because they don't want to turn back to the Lord. They're following after their father, the devil.
Verse 12, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir."
All right, so now that's what he's doing right now with the elect, man. And Ophir was a place where they used to always go get the purest gold. Like, that's why the scripture says gold is tried in the fire, so are acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Verse 13, "Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts."
All right, so, and when I skipped the point earlier up when it says, when it was talking about the nuclear fallout, man. So he's gonna shake the heavens, man, shake the earth. The earth said the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. All right. So that's what's gonna be happening when these missiles hit, man. Go ahead.
And in the day of his fierce anger, and it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up.
And that's how Esau is gonna be in that day, man, as a chase roe, as a sheep that no man taketh up. So you see, that's what they getting. That's why you see them jogging all the time, man, because they're getting ready for it.
They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
Con. And that's what you're going to see these nations starting to do once the whole war kicks off. It gets real heated up. Go ahead.
Verse 15, every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
All right, and we're going to be hunting everybody down, man. Eventually, we're going to hunt Esau down and eradicate them off the earth. All right, so you're going to have people that survive what's about to happen, all right? Or people still here on this earth, but nobody's going to make it out of America, man. Nobody's going to make it out of America. And anybody that's surviving around the world, they're going to be rounded up and put into slavery.
Verse 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Just like how they did our children during the time of slavery.
And bed witches coming back in style too.
Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
Yeah, he just said it. The wives ravished. Right. But there's a scripture that also said that their wives shall see them being destroyed and shall not even care. So they don't want to be in bed with you, because he said he's gonna make a man more finer than more precious than fine gold, even the gold of Ophir. All right, he's talking about the children of Israel, not no man from any other nation, and of that the elect of the children of Israel.
Verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
And that's who is that talking about? That's talking about Russia. All right, Russia is the Medes that they're talking about. Right. And Russia, that's why you see Russia invading Ukraine. All right, so ain't nothing gonna stop them from going forth. That's the bear that's gonna be enough to fight against NATO. And that's why NATO was even created, to keep Russia at bay, to keep the bear hibernating. But the bear is coming out of his hibernation. So ain't no sanctions, ain't no way they're gonna be able to pay Russia off. Ain't nothing's gonna happen to us that's gonna stop for what's going forth, because the Lord spoke.
Yeah, and they're trying to take money from Russia too. What's that called? The sanctions. And with the sanctions, they're talking about taking $1 trillion from Putin. Vladimir Putin, he has $1 trillion invested in America, and they're talking about freezing those assets. Putin ain't gonna care about that. He's not gonna care about that. He's gonna care about destroying this place.
There's a pipeline that Russia's trying to build from Russia to Germany to get the gas.
Yeah.
And they want that bill passed so that way they can pump the gas into Germany.
Germany has already said they're willing to pass it.
Exactly.
Germany said they're with it.
Yeah, Russia ain't worrying. That's why I said they should not regard silver or gold, meaning they're not a nation that's worrying about money.
Verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. As for gold, they shall not delight in it.
And what was said a couple of verses up, it said, the Lord mustered up the host of the battle, man. So that's the Lord. Man, keep going, because it's going to
add on. And that's why Russia is enough. That's why Putin is who he is.
Yeah.
All right. That's why they prepared in the way that they're prepared, because the Spirit of the Lord has been with them. According to Ezekiel 38, even though he's against them, even though he's against Gog and Magog, he's going to use Gog and Magog. So it goes back even to the video I put in the group chat yesterday, and that dude talking in regards to Putin and how he got rich friends. All right, they built like a $5 billion stadium that was only going to be used once. So Putin, he's an ex-KGB operative. So this who's in place over there in Russia. Well, over here,
not only that, he was the head of the KGB.
The head of the KGB. Well, over here you got a Biden who got cerebral palsy.
Precept interjection. You want to make a point? Real quick. Jeremiah 51:11. Make bright the arrows. All right, what's the arrows? They call Icbm missiles, but in the Bible they call them arrows. All right? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. So they putting up all the defenses. The Lord, Yahawah, have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. Boom. So the Lord raising up the spirit of Putin and that old Soviet Union spirit again. For his device is against Babylon. So he don't care about money or nothing like that. To destroy it. So his whole mindset is to destroy America. Because it is the vengeance of Yahawah, the vengeance of his temple, man. So it's the Lord's intent to destroy this place, and he put that same intent in the hearts of people like Putin to destroy this place, all right? They don't care about money.
So it's like, and just how he just said, they don't care about money, man. As the brother was just speaking on about the sanctions earlier, all right? I was reading an article earlier where basically Biden, he's gonna have to own up to the bullshit that he said if Putin would decide to invade the Ukraine about those sanctions that he would place on Russia, man. So therefore, he said the article's basically saying how that's going to backfire because Joe Biden has to own up to the shit that he was talking before, man. So are they going to go out and do it, these sanctions against Russia, or they're just going to let them fly, man? And Russia also said if any country gets start dealing with the Ukraine situation, hey, shit, they're going to have an immediate response to their ass, man.
And not only that, Vladimir Putin has been getting the green light to impose war outside of Ukraine, man. And then now Ukraine is looking for Biden. Ukraine is looking for Biden to send help. Yeah, they sent 8,500 troops, but they send them to Europe. So they wanted some troops from America to be sent over there to Ukraine, and Biden talked all this noise. Talking about, don't worry. The past 2 months, he was talking all this noise. Like, don't worry, we got your back. And Ukraine has not seen any help whatsoever from the United States.
That's what Ukraine said yesterday. Yep. They said, yeah, nobody's going to help us. They all scared. That's not what we're hearing on the media, though. See, the media try to pose America as some super tough country. See, this place is nothing but built upon thievery, robbery, lies, and murder. That's it.
Sodomy.
Yeah, sodomy, too.
Yeah.
All right? Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So even those who are in accomplice with America go eventually hate America, man, and go shoot arrows against it.
Yeah, and that's ultimately the European Union and NATO turning against America, man. And what does it say in Jeremiah 50? Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Holy Bible, man. America's about to be destroyed with thermonuclear warfare, man. Y'all need to understand the Father's name is Yahawah, his Son's name is Yahushua. That's the only way to get deliverance out of this place, man. Mother shall be sore confounded of thee. That birthday, that's Jeremiah.
No, this dude's mother was confounded of him and birthed him.
50 and 12.
Yeah, you hey, right. What's going to do tonight, right?
This is goddamn. This is Jeremiah 50 and 12. Hey, it says your mother shall be sore confounded.
This is the HNIC right here.
That's what I was talking about.
That's the HNIC right there.
Alienation, man.
Alienation.
I know it all. This is Jeremiah.
They're gonna be sending missiles in his head over here to destroy this place. His head gonna be one of the warheads. You don't need 200 million of those. You need one.
Well, hey, because listen, you can't be an Israelite. Because remember the new covenant, he said he's gonna put the laws in our minds.
Lord gonna look at no, bro. I can't.
Hey, you know the scripture say he put the world in their heart. Put the whole planet in his head.
Hey, we standing 10 toes, he going head first. Hey, this Jeremiah 15:12.
Let's get it, man.
It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed.
Now watch what's gonna happen now. You see Ukraine asking for help from the United States, right? But what is NATO doing? They're building up fortresses around Russia, get prepared to go to war with Russia. This is all NATO wanted. Now the whole world is gonna point the finger, eventually point the finger at America for this conflict that's going on right now. And guess what NATO and the European Union gonna do? They're gonna side with the rest of the world. Go ahead.
It says, behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
All right, so now though, it's like the mother that read that one part, that time, that's the point.
Because it says, your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed.
All right, so now you're gonna see everybody, especially NATO and the European Union, be ashamed of Babylon, America, man. And they're gonna shoot, everybody's gonna be shooting missiles off to this place, man. Russia's gonna kick the shit off, and everybody else is gonna follow suit.
Right, they're the cause of this whole confusion. They're the ones that's causing it, man. You know, they're the ones that's pushing the Biden regime to start this war. They're the ones that's poking at the bear, you know, to get them to fight this war. So they don't care about America. They're trying to destroy America. Their whole goal is to set up China as a new world leader.
Hey, that's the whore.
The whore.
All right, the pimp. Basically, getting a new bottom bitch, man.
That's right.
He's done away with the corporation being a red, white, and blue. All right, America, and he's setting up China and Russia and them in his stead, man.
Yeah, he want a geisha girl. Right.
Where we going? Back in second
13?
Oh, no, he was Isaiah 13.
This is the book of Isaiah 13, verse 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
That's like how they ain't have no pity on us, man. The Lord ain't gonna have no pity on America, man. You see it happening.
Oh, you good? No, look at what's happening in Ukraine. They're look at the spirit of Russia. Look, you go back to the movie. What do you say? If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
Right. That's the spirit. They say, look, you will feel the power of Russia, and that's how they is. They're all about power and coldness. And look what they're doing. Their bows are dashing those people to pieces over there, man, and they don't care.
All they're doing is drinking vodka and killing.
Right. When they come to them shooting missiles on this place, man, they're gonna turn the deaf ear and the eye to this place, man.
Even the chorus, you know, the orchestra from Moscow, from Russia, they made a song like a year ago, and the song say about the missiles.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that song is wow. It was a great message, right?
Yeah, I remember that, man.
It was President's Day over in Russia where Vladimir Putin basically said, hey, he had a choir saying bomb America, man. Go ahead, yeah. And also,
stay out of it or something.
Also, the other day, as the elder was speaking on, man, how serious those Russian soldiers are, all right, for their troops that they have over there. They have mobile crematoriums behind their soldiers, man. So basically, hey, shit, if their commander-in-chief or whatever the case may be, whatever he is, all right, feels as if he has out a command to you and he feel like you won't be able to do it, your ass going into that crematorium, man. All right, your ass getting killed right there on the spot, you know?
No weak links in there.
Russia, the Americans, Army, Salakia, you got AWOL, you got Jake can go AWOL, mainly the women, because the women they don't want to fight anyway. They've been in the Army or the Navy or whatever the case may be for the benefits. Right. So when it comes to fighting and going out there on another soil, they're not going to be for that. You're going to have to go door to door around them up to go over there and fight a war for you.
Yeah, a lot of these Jakes too. I'm one of them. I'm a renege on that.
Hey, America knows that. That's why they got the white and blue hats in place, man.
Yeah,
man. United Nations.
Yep. They're gonna have a draft. Look, they already drafting over there.
Wow.
18 to 60, you can't leave. You stay and fight. They said they're gonna get they dropping guns off to their house if they want them. You know, if they want to be able to shoot back at the Russians or not. So it's gonna be a draft, man, right here in America, man. All right.
Isaiah 13 and 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Right, their eye shall not spare children. So like,
now you got that's right. So their eyes shall not spare children. Hey, you know. So yeah, it's talking about the troops on the ground too, but it's really talking about the missiles. All right, and you see a lot of those blasts that's happening over there in Ukraine. You can see it in that. What's that, radar? It's like radar. You know, you can see it. You can see it. You'll see them on radar getting blown up. It'd be a whole group of people, and next thing you know, you see a missile just obliterate them. They're gonna be watching the destruction in America the same way, and their eyes are not gonna spare children. They're gonna see it. They're gonna see their target. Look how Russia moves. Russia dropped missiles. It was like a rain of hellfire, man. They dropped missiles all over the country, on every side of the country, yo. It was missiles being dropped everywhere. And look how they moved. They attacked all the airports.
Smart.
That's how they moving. So when they hit America, they're gonna be thinking that same way. That's why it's gonna be what? See, the Lord put it in their heart to think that way. To send a barrage of ICBMs over here that make it into a sweeping broom across this place. You know, a wave of fire that goes across America. He said he's gonna sweep it with the best of destruction. So they're not gonna just strike. They're gonna be striking certain spots here, precision strikes, man. You know, they're gonna be dropping bombs on this place, man, to destroy it. All right, I'm about to mess with Esau.
Isaiah 13 and 19.
Right, because the war gonna build up. It's not just gonna be just ICBM, 200 million ICBMs just get shot off. It's gonna be strikes on each other. You know, they're gonna be striking Russia. Russia gonna be striking America. America gonna be striking other countries. But then the climax is gonna be the ICBM, and that's it. All right, sorry about that, bro. Go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when Yahawah overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
There you go. So it's gonna be the same way, man. You know, it was a warning that showed up. The angel showed up and delivered Lot. You know, and the Lord brought fire upon that place and turned it into ashes. The same way you had Abraham pleading for a few that were righteous, you have the elect and the Lord pleading for a few. So everything that happened during that time with Sodom and Gomorrah is the same thing that's gonna happen now. All right, America about to be destroyed and everything gonna be burned to ashes. All right, burned to what you call soot. All right, go ahead real quick. Then thank y'all.
This book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, and verse 47. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore saith Yahawah, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
And that's talking about China right there. China being destroyed because, like, what it every time America does something, China falls right behind and tries to do it. So woe unto them that has tried to be like Babylon, man. Talking about China, but they're trying to, cause what? It makes sense because they're trying to set China up being as a new powerhouse that run the whole world. So now that plague that was on America is gonna be put right on China. So man, it just shows how, like, everybody, they say Putin playing chess and Biden playing checkers, but poker. Yeah, that's what he playing because he's bluffing. But everybody is, but Yahweh Shim Al Shai sounds smart than everybody, man. So it's like everybody playing checkers, and Yahweh Shim Al Shai just calling the shots. He ain't playing shit. He just calling the shots.
Putin and them playing chess. Biden and them playing poker, and the Lord playing chaturanga.
Oh yeah,
he looking at things from north, east, west, and south.
God,
playing risk.
Yeah, he playing life. The game of life. All right, anybody got any more precepts on this? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
In this Revelation chapter 18 and verse 9, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Oh, go ahead. Y'all can speak on it. Yeah.
So, Khan, that's just a
No,
fit,
here you
that,
go. Two
fit that
minutes. 2 hours.
description. Fit that scripture.
Not bad.
Khan. And this is Revelation chapter 8 and verse 11. Well, I start at verse 10.
Hey, Shalom to y'all watching, man.
And
Shalom.
this is just a scripture on the missiles, all right, pertaining to what the elder has said and revolving around how it's going to be a back and forth, all right? It's going to be an ongoing exchange, all right, all the way to the climax of it all.
That's right, bro.
And this is Revelation chapter 8 and verse 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon a third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood.
Yeah.
And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. So just like when those people run and get that stuff, and they in Revelation 16 and 2, they get met with that grievous sword. All right, when those missiles get shot off, all right, it's gonna be contaminated waters, man, due to the radiation and that the Icbm missiles bring.
Right. Right, man. So there's gonna be a build up to it. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna be plagues that come from it. A lot of sicknesses and death and destruction.
Causes and effects.
Yeah, causes and effect, man. There's gonna be a quick decline in this place called America in the mirth of the land. And you know, people's freedom. All right? And everybody living out their day in wickedness, man. Look at this. Everybody look happy, but if you really judge a tree by its fruit, you'll see that this is a bunch of demons, man.
Yeah. Conjuring together, being demonic.
That's it, man. A bunch of damn demons. Children of the corn. That's what everybody is, man. Like him right here. I bet you he just deal with Buddha or something. Or think he's a Christian. You know? But in the Matrix, he's just a man with a baby. Like these two here. You know, I'm sure they probably into Santeria or Christianity or something. Or Easter. You can go down the list, man. Look at them, the two sitting over there frolicking in the grass the whole damn time.
They probably good old church folk.
Right. So this ain't nothing good, man. There's nothing good about this place. We gotta get the hell out of here. This place gotta get destroyed, man. It's gonna be. You know? These people gonna be walking around looking for Pokemon, they're gonna run into a missile.
So they're gonna run into a real beast that they can't catch.
That's right, man. All right. So we gonna, anybody got any precept? What you on, Isaiah 13? Any more on that?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt from generation to generation.
That's talking about America, man. Ain't nothing gonna be able to be inhabited here, man. This is the only place that's gonna be a memorial, and we're gonna see the smoke from this place, and we're gonna tell our children that's the dark place. Can't nobody go over there, man. This is what happens when wickedness is flourished throughout the whole land.
Con, that was the pride land.
Con, the pride land.
Land of pride.
Right. Can somebody go to verse 4 of chapter 14?
What book?
Isaiah.
This is Isaiah 14 and 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
And who's that? Who's the king of Babylon right now? Come on, man. Joe Biden, man.
Feeble Joe.
And say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked.
Right, just like on his head. Say America is done. Right. Yep. Go ahead.
And the scepter of the rulers.
Right. This America, the rulers would be who? Those banking elites over there, the Rothschilds. Right? The elite bankers of these heathens, Esau. And they used America as a scepter, like a hammer. All right, to smash and to crush all the nations.
How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder?
How the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder, that's right. All right, they use it like a scepter, man. Go ahead, Doc.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth.
Right, man. So they smote us with a continual stroke, man. Continuous. Meaning what? With racism. Their system they set up with called religion. All right, those are continuous strokes upon our people. All right, slaying and killing our people in the streets with the police. you know. And now Esau coming down with great wrath once again. Continuous strokes. All right, go ahead, brother.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
That's right, man. Yep. Well, so once America's out of the way, the whole earth is gonna break into singing, man. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. And I was thinking that song with the Queen of England. She got that ish.
I ain't man. Then there was a report saying that she actually died.
Yeah.
And then they retracted it. But she probably did. You never know.
They probably did.
And then she's been canceling meetings with like the world.
Yeah.
But she been having virtual meetings with the world.
Yeah.
They're going to that VR, that virtual reality.
That's that
shit.
meta.
How people can be dead and they probably could be alive in that.
Tupac.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, they done meta her ass. All right, yeah, man.
Yeah, and they also said that they're going to use the Dyson Sphere to have people still around that perish on this side. Meaning they can store their thoughts and their perception of everything in this Dyson Sphere, and that's a state of purgatory before they bring it back out and put it into another body.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, and they can't retain the spirit.
It's called witchcraft.
Yeah, it's called witchcraft and deception. These idiots gonna fall for it and say, "Keep me here forever, make me live forever, make me rich forever." You know.
That's that. They showed that on that movie, that first Captain America. German scientists had put his mind into the computers, so he was still living for like 1,000 years or something like that.
Yeah, that's what Bill Gates want to do. It's a show on Netflix called Bill Gates' Mind, or the Mind of a Genius, or something like that. And he said the only thing he afraid. They said, "What do you fear?" He said, "I don't fear anything except for my brain dying." That's it. He said he feel like his brain is so it's so complex that he want to keep it to help the earth. We need to get that shit out of here. For real. We need Mutombo for that.
No.
Yeah, reject that shit. Reject that deposit. All right. So let's keep going, man. He like a skinhead.
Yeah. They still got Albert Einstein's brain being preserved in some museum or some shit like that.
Yeah, man. You need Mutombo for that too.
Fine.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 14:8. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feather is come up against us.
All right, man. So once this place falls, man, nobody gonna come up against the children of Israel ever again. Nobody gonna come up against us, man. That's right, big witches. Get ready. All right. Go ahead. Come on, brother.
Verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Right, so hell from beneath is moved for thee. So the Lord is what? He's stirring up the host of the battle. All right, stirring up the nations, stirring up their spirit to destroy this place. All right, so they're moved to meet thee. As America makes us move towards a new world order, the Lord is moving these nations to destroy it. Go ahead, brother.
It stirred up the dead for thee,
right?
Even all the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Right, so who is that? People like Russia and China, all right, and India. So they're all getting raised up off their thrones to go to war with this place, Babylon. All right, places like Iran. All right, so all these kingdoms, North Korea, they're all getting raised up in the spirit to destroy this place, man. All right.
Verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
Right, so they're all saying this to America. Have you become a third world country just like us now? And that's what America is. America is quickly becoming a third world country. Okay? Through hyperinflation. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
Right, their riches and wealth is brought down to the grave, man. And the culture of this place, the mirth of the land. Everything about this place is being brought down to the grave, meaning to the ground, to hell. All right? So now what? Overseas, you'll see missiles flying and everything blown up, but not over here. But now all the nations are gonna say, damn, look at America, it's getting destroyed, just like the Middle East.
That's how they gonna be, right? Yeah,
yeah, they're gonna be crying just like that.
And Putin, you know, Putin said the other day also, you know, why they point on him, what he's doing with Ukraine, what, you know, nobody pointing U.S. when they, you know, go to Middle East and put all those bombs and kill the others, you know.
Right, when they bombed Syria. Yeah, when they were bombing Syria, when Israel was bombing Syria, you know, and they was bombing all those places over there, they didn't say nothing. And they still bombing them. But they're focusing on Russia because they need Russia to be the bad guy so that NATO can look like the good guy. All right, now they just activated NATO's response team for the first time ever since World War II. All right, so now they need an enemy so that NATO can have a reason to exist. And that's why they're focusing on Russia and putting it all over the media like Russia's the bad guy, when really America's the bad guy. And they've always been the bad guy. All right?
Gone.
Damn, Russia's bad guys too, but go ahead, bro.
Gone. This is Isaiah 14:11.
Right, destruction is coming to America, man. You gotta repent and turn back.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Right, so the worms spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Why? Because America's what? It's dying. All right, America's dying out. That's why it's a scripture. What's that? 2 Ezra 16 and 1.
Okay. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse.
Because America's dying, man. All right, he said what? Sit in the dust, O daughter of Babylon. Go ahead, brother.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
Right. See, look, they all thought the security was gonna say something to it. Look at that shit. That's deep. But he said, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Syria." So that's basically America. All right, America spiritually Babylon, and all right, America spiritually Egypt. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 2.
I got you. We're gonna wrap it up.
It says, "Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack."
Right. So what's that? Those are like funeral clothing. All right. Apostles bring this out all the time. You know, that's like funeral clothing for somebody that's dying. So America's dying. So the Lord's saying, get into that low condition. Go ahead, brother.
It says, "Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand."
Right. These people not sorry though. But the Lord said, be sorry and bewail your children, because the Lord got a judgment coming, man. Just like he judged us with slavery, he got a judgment coming for all you devils too. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 3. "A sword is sent unto you."
Right, so the Lord is sending a sword to this place, and guess what it's called? Icbm Missiles. That's right, go ahead, brother.
It says, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?"
So who's gonna turn it back? Who's gonna stop it once those missiles get shot? You know? Go ahead, brother. That'd be like trying to stop a semi-truck with your face. They shooting a missile at this place, man. This place is done. You gotta repent to Yahawah. His son named Yahawah. Did you know him? So-called black man from the tribe of Judah. Come on, brother.
Verse 4. "A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?"
Yeah. Come, man. So a fire is sent to devour this place, and who gonna put it out? Who gonna save this nation? Who gonna protect America? Nobody. Nobody can protect you from the Lord, his judgment. All right? Oh, you got a precept?
Isaiah 47 and 1.
Oh, you got. What would you say a minute ago?
Okay. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. But thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
There you go, man. So this place is being brought down, man, quickly and fast. That's why he said, "I saw Satan fall like lightning to the earth." Damn Edomites, man, with their power and their scepter, it's all gonna fall together. You know, the ruler and his scepter gonna fall. I'm why he got the scepter in his hand, America. All right? Somebody go back to reading. Where is that?
Verse 4 of 2nd Ezra chapter 16. A fire is set among you, and who may quench it? Verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you. What is he that may drive them away?
That's right. So we just ended there, you know, the arrow and all that, but go ahead, brother.
This is back in Isaiah 14 and 12.
Right, so worms cover what? Dead things. All right, go ahead, brother. So America's dead, man.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Oh, go back to that verse.
11?
The worms there.
Gone. Isaiah 14 and 11. That part is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
There you go, man. So the worms are spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. You know, because America's dead. It was circling the drain, now it's dead. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground?
Right, Esau and also America, all right? Because America is the beacon, or what you would call the of the Chaldees today, all right? So that's America. But it's also talking about these elites, which represent what you call the Illuminati. All right, go ahead.
Which didst weaken the nations.
Right, so America weakened the nations, and Esau weakened the nations, but they used America to weaken the nations. All right, go ahead.
Verse 13. But thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahawah. I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Right, no other nation really doing that. Esau is the only nation that's doing that, you know? All right, go ahead, Abracah. I think you read something?
Oh, I had a precept.
Oh, you got a precept? Go ahead, my bad.
Jeremiah.
Isaiah 14.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. You know, just laying backing off the elder, man, as you were saying, that Babylon has basically been going around spreading all this demonocracy, man. Spreading all this wickedness, spreading all this chaos, the witchcraft, you know. And therefore the nations, when you go into that word mad, they were foolish, man, by going along with it, you know. So therefore, as you see now, the nations are rising up. Why? Because they're coming with the Lord Yahweh is exposing Esau, man. Lifting up that skirt of America, man. Exposing all their wickedness, you know.
Right, man. So that's it on that point too. If anything, we can get Jeremiah 50. But we might go ahead and wrap it up on that point. Let's see, Jeremiah 50. Where's the point at? What's the point? To raise around the Babylon around the Babylon. 14. Yeah, go ahead. yeah. Right there. You want to get it?
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows.
Oh, it's not out. It's just
for she hath sinned against the Lord.
Yeah, that's right, man. So so the Lord getting all these nations to go against Babylon round about and to shoot at her, man. All right, so we're gonna end it there because our battery's going out, of course. But we're gonna end it there, and that's it, man. Pay attention to the prophecies, watch and pray. All right. We're gonna say Ka,
Halayim, La, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah.
All right, double honor to the elder apostles, the GMS and the elders, and shalom to you, Akim and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Let me see if I can see if it's still on, I think. Hey, hold on. I think. Hey, how you? Hold on 1 second.
Hey, you know they just came over the building.
That build and that build after that.